Oh, hold up, my camera's not on.
Oh.
That's fine. Xander, is all the stuff we talked about before still accurate?
I perceive so.
Okay, cool.
The
Really?
stuff,
Roll a perception check.
everything should be essentially the same.
Sounds good.
Camera? Go on. Oh,
Dude,
kidding.
Jacoby, nice
Who is
camera.
This goat-looking dude.
Thank you. I got it. I forgot where.
There we go.
That's the goat Gomper. He's the villain of the story.
Oh no.
Grandmaster.
Did you not watch Cameron and I's?
Oh, what are you talking about? He doesn't even have his own character in the thing.
Hey, look, I've been
if
working
you
with a startup
haven't
company for the
seen
past
Cameron
2
and I
months.
Session
It's been a
Zero, you're
busy
really missing
while,
out.
alright? Everyone hop on.
That's true.
Did you do the startup company during COVID?
Alright, so,
Well, if it's a startup, that means that.
Vasher and
Starting up
Yeska,
COVID.
you're fighting Romper right now.
Oh.
Nailed it.
No, Gomper. He's the goat
Sorry,
guy.
Gomper. No. But
We're
seriously,
fighting the
though,
glizzy gobbler?
Why do you know what a glizzy is?
alright.
That's a good point.
So, after an interesting day for Vasher, you run into the northern forest near Yulebreak. It's quite a distance, but in your frenzy and in all the chaos that you suffered through, you didn't quite realize just how far you'd gone. Within the forest, a myriad of things occurred, leading to the eventual meeting between you and Yeska. As both of you kind of sit around this makeshift fire, just kind of trying to warm up and trying to understand what's been going on. Vasher, you have a sword kind of laid across your lap that you've stumbled across. And Yeska, you're kind of on the opposite side of the fire, eyeing Vasher warily. Yeska, could you describe yourself, please?
Yeah. So, pretty bland person, except for my defining features, my white gray hair, and my very green eyes and silvery skin. I wear what looks like a cloth mask over my face, and I wear very plain black robes, similar to Augustinian monks. If you guys want to look it up. That's about it.
As you're kind of sitting there watching Vasher, just looking at his sword, the tea kettle that had been placed over the fire starts to whir into life, signaling that the tea's kind of ready. Vasher, this makes you jump as you start trying to prepare the tea properly.
Well, Yeska. So
Yeah?
you say that we're going to go find this brother. He works in Yulebreak.
Yeah, brother Marcus. Vasher, I've been meaning to ask, what's a dragonborn? And why are you so scaly?
That's a little racist, but that's okay. Alright, that'll be the first time in my life. Well, Dragonborn were descendants of ancient dragons. Became more humanoid through, I don't know, adaptation and evolution. This is what we look like. I'm scaly because I'm part dragon in some way.
Dragon, those breathe fire, right?
Well, some do. Some breathe acid or poison or electricity, and I breathe ice.
Vasher's
Sounds very cool.
the entire time he's explaining this, he's gesturing with the tea kettle, splashing tea every once in a while into the ground as he moves it violently to the side, trying to explain. Vasher, what do you look like?
I am a 6'3", white and black spotted dragonborn. So white is the predominant feature, but I have cow spots of black.
Like a Dalmatian?
Yeah, basically. I'm wearing heavy chainmail. I carry a sword that's just inscribed with Nedrin, with no sheath yet. Yeah. That's what I look like.
So,
Uh,
Vasher,
go
are
ahead.
you gonna pour the tea, or are you just going to splash it around?
Well, at this point, I thought I might just pour it all out on the ground, but as you might want some, and I'll pour some tea.
I would love some.
Okay. You begin to pour some tea. The sun is beginning to set. And in the forest that you guys are in right now, you're kind of on the outskirts. Not far enough that you can see the road, but far deep in enough that if there were any like wildlife throughout the night, you may not be in the most safe place.
We might want to move out of the forest towards the roads.
I've been sleeping in the forest for 2 days. What? Why would
How,
we sleep by
how
the...
have you... I'm sorry, continue.
I just don't understand why we would go to the road.
I don't know how you've made it this far in life.
What do you mean?
I'm just saying, if I were a bad person, which I'm not... Oh,
You're a very
so
nice
bad.
person, Mr.
Thank
Vasher.
Thank you.
Or
I'm
Dragonborn, sorry.
No, it's I'm person. Person doesn't refer to race, but it's anyways. Thank you for trying
okay.
to be wary.
I just learned I
know.
don't know
That's
exactly how
alright.
to.
Well, if you've managed to stay safe, you might have some kind of blessing of the forests or something. So, I'll leave it up to you.
I wouldn't mind sleeping here, but Mr. Vasher, you know much better than me. This is the first time I've ever really left the monastery.
I say that we should travel just towards the edge, to the true edge of the forest, and then we can rest there.
Okay, sure.
So you guys begin to get up, starting to pack away the small camp that was set up by you, Yeska, mostly. As Vasher just kind of like stumbled upon this camp of yours.
No, I don't really have a camp.
It's
I have a fire
more,
and some logs.
yeah, that's what I meant. It's more like whatever like supplies you had ready for like the night, you just kind of roll back up and put it on a small pack. And Vasher, you just kind of stand, you sling the blade on your shoulder, and you guys begin to trudge through the trees, heading towards the road. The closest road isn't the King's Road. It is the Highwind. As you kind of move north, you finally get out into the tree line. It's taking you maybe about an hour to breach the trees and just see the roads. Vasher, go ahead and roll a... hold on. Go ahead and roll an intelligence for me. Just straight intelligence. 17.
Hey, big brain.
You know the patrols of the knights, the ones that like keep watch over the high roads and stuff, usually happen about an hour on the King's Road. For any like ancillary roads, it takes a little bit longer, so maybe 2 to 3 hours per patrol that passes through. So you figure at some point you'll see some Knights of Sephiria passing through here. They could probably lend you a horse or something to get back to Yulberg.
Once we have camp set up, I'll just... Yeska, I will keep watch, and then hopefully some of my fellow knights will pass by and give us some help.
Okay, sounds perfect.
Okay. So, as both of you kind of set up camp at the edge of these trees, go ahead and roll, Vasher. Go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
Perception check. First time I've never had proficiency in perception, and it paid off. A nice nat one.
Okay. With a 3, you climb up a nearby tree, and you start looking out onto the road to see what you can see. And it's at that moment that a squirrel jumps into your eyes.
God, what the? and I'll try and like breathe my ice out at it.
It's like it's on your snout area right now. So you breathe out ice, and like a section of the tree kind of like freezes over with the breath. Yeska, you look up and you see Vasher's just like flailing around as the squirrel's kind of attacking his face.
Vasher, is that squirrel helping you watch?
No, it's stopping me from watching, and I'll try and grab it and just throw it like
All right,
back
go ahead.
towards the woods.
Go ahead and roll an athletics check.
12.
12. Yeah, you're able to grab it off your snout and you just toss it back into the woods. With a little squeak, it'll land somewhere.
Never fond of animals. I'm a sick man.
Kind of, not taken aback, but more like, not subdued either. I can't think of words recently. Downtrodden, you climb off the tree and you just kind of sit near Yeska. Yeska, go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
Yeah. Vasher, have you ever thought about talking to them instead of throwing them?
The animals? No. They're for eating and for
Vasher,
being pets.
you would eat a squirrel?
If I got hungry enough, sure.
Maybe you should have caught him. We could have eaten him.
Well, I'm not
I've
quite
never
hungry.
tried squirrel.
It's not a little sinewy. Not your first choice.
No, not at all. Would you like a berry?
Sure.
I'll give him one berry.
Is it
Okay.
poisonous?
Yeska
No.
hands you a berry.
Where did you get these?
Vasher, I got these from my garden. This is what I've been eating.
I'll eat the berry.
It tastes very nice.
This is a very good berry.
Anyways, I was looking for something, Vasher.
As you kind of scan the road, you do notice that several lights are coming from the west.
Oh, lights. That must mean people.
What
You're
do you-
looking for people, right?
Yes, let's wait till they're closer, because there are two types of people. They could be
I
friendly people or very mean people. The bandits that I was telling you about.
Yeah, bandits.
On
Well, I want to go see. Vasher, just come with me. What difference does it make?
Well, one of them... fine. Sure, let's go.
Okay. Leaving your camp behind, you start heading in the direction of the lights. On the opposite side of the road from the forest is several like homesteads, like farmland and ranches. Mostly like fenced off from the road, but not that it really does much. It's just more to claim property. As herds of some kind of cattle are kind of trotting along in the far distance. This hilly area kind of gives you a very good perspective of where you are next to the forest and the site of Yokai, the next region to the north. Kind of a more rugged terrain in that direction, with the Yokai mountain range barely visible upon the horizon. Coming along on the road, you see several carts, actually a lot of wagons, moving and trudging, kind of like rumbling along this dirt road. I'd say there's roughly 8 wagons and maybe a dozen more carts flanking the wagons, just kind of moving in your guys' direction. It looks like some kind of caravan.
Vasher, what are those animals?
They're horses, right?
And there are so many buildings. No, not
Aye.
the horses. Are those dragons?
No, those are not. No, none of those are dragons.
Those are, you see several stout Hiffen horses. Think of a war horse if it was just for, like, doing manual labor.
Looking at the cows.
Oh, you're looking out towards the cows?
Those,
And it's so flat here. Where are
Yeah.
the trees?
okay, this is what's called farmland. This is where people grow food. So like your garden.
Oh, I know
it's
about
scaled up.
farmland.
Yes. So this is what it looks like. There's also pastures for the cows. You see they're kind of colored like I am. That's natural. Mine is unnatural. Very uncommon.
There's so much out here.
There is. It's
Maybe
a
Father
beautiful
Tommen
world.
was right.
And my
Maybe I
goal
belong
is to
out here.
explore all of it and help all the people.
Vasher, can I come with you?
First, we gotta go find your monk friend.
Yes, Brother Marcus. We
Yeah.
need to find Brother Marcus.
Anyways, we'll talk more about dreams after we find your brother.
Wait, are those
Marcus.
bandits or are those knights?
No, these look like merchants.
As the wagons kind of come closer, you see the banners flying above. It's one of the trade guilds. It's the Wizen. Am I saying that correctly?
Wizen. Wizen?
Yeah.
Wizen? Yeah, Wizen.
Wizen. The Wizen Caravan Company. Currently rattling up towards your direction. The person kind of up front, leading all the caravans, is currently seated on a fully covered cart, with two of the Hiffen horses currently pulling the entire load forward. The elven man that's kind of seated on top. Let's see. Yep. The elven man that's seated on top, he looks very tall, even from seated position. He has shockingly bright white hair that goes to about his shoulders. He's wearing a very big brimmed straw hat and rather normal clothes, nothing too extravagant, especially for a trade caravan. He sees you guys and he takes off his hat and starts waving in your direction.
Let's go approach. They might be able to help us get to Yulebreak faster.
Okay.
And I'll start trying to
I'll wave
them
back.
down. Yeah, as we approach.
They sell things, right, Vasher? Merchants.
Yes.
I can use these. I'll pull out some coins. I trade
Perhaps.
these for things.
Yes. So we'll ask for a price of something, and then they'll tell us, and I'll help you do the
Yeah.
math.
You'll have to help me, Vasher. This is also new.
I know. I'm in a very new situation too. But
Well,
we'll
let's go
figure
meet
this
them.
out together. Yeah, let's go.
The main caravan kind of stops near you, and the elven man puts his hat back on, and as he kind of climbs off the side, several of the other carts start moving off the road in case there's more traffic that needs to get by. But the majority of them just kind of pull off to the side. One or two continue on, seemingly traveling with them for safety, not necessarily because they were with them, and they may have a deadline of some kind. As the vast majority of them kind of pull off the road, and everyone starts to jump off of their carts, caravans, whatever. They seem to be stopping for the night. As the sun is getting very low on the horizon, the elven man approaches the both of you. Well, hello there. May
Hello.
Zegam bless you and keep you.
Blessings to you as well.
What are y'all doing on the road by yourselves?
I am Vasher Whitespine, Squire of the Knights of Sephiria, and I'll
Oh.
point to Yeska.
We're going to
Yes,
Yulcrest, or Yulebreak, or one of them.
Yes, we're going back to Yulebreak. This is Yeska. He's looking for a monk. I found him in the woods. So
Oh.
we were going to camp on the road, and then y'all showed up. So I'm hoping that you might be able to give us a ride.
Well, yes, of course. Hi, my name is Poro Sin. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Say that one more time.
Well, Poro Sin.
Porosin.
Ysin.
Well, very nice to meet you, sir.
Very nice to meet both of you. Yes, it's very dangerous to be out here alone, especially this far from anywhere.
I know. Amazing that he made it this far on his own, right?
It really hasn't seemed dangerous at all.
It's crazy.
And where are you from, Yeska?
I'm from the monastery at Haben.
Haven. I can't say I've heard of it.
Father Tommen says we're very famous, but people come from all around for his healing.
I don't doubt you. I only traveled the one route, though, so that might be why I haven't heard of it.
Could be.
Hmm. And you say you're a knight?
Yes, sir. Well, not a full knight yet. Just a squire. Working towards becoming a knight.
Well, thank you for your service. Either way. It was that of the military, am I right?
Right.
Hmm. Well, both of you must be starving. Come on. We're gonna have supper.
Oh,
I've
I sure
had
would like some
plenty.
food.
Okay.
Come. They're inviting us for a meal. An act of vulnerability. So, let us eat with them.
Should we be vulnerable when it's so dangerous?
With these people, yes. These are good people.
O-
The
okay.
merchants have no interest in hurting others. They just want to sell their wares.
Okay.
So the carts have kind of like circled up off the side of the road, just as a preventative measure. As most of the carts are kind of moving, you see Poro's kind of pointing out different people throughout the encampment that maybe, you may want to buy from them, or you never know. He basically says, well, me and my family usually deal with smithing and things that are made with the metal crafts, things that are generally, how do you say this, pleasing to Zagam. We have many of us here. Let's see, over here, we have the Pastin family. They are farmers mostly. Good stock. Most of their wares are really good. Don't get their onions. I wouldn't get their onions. The Mozun over here, they deal mostly with hunting, and he points to one of the carts that kind of opened up, and inside are a bunch of like freshly caught or slaughtered animals that have been like pelted, and are kind of left hanging to dry as they kind of move along. They have a cool swivel on the top of their caravan that allows the meats to move in the direction of the sun, so they get the most time with the heat. Of course, we have the Voids over there. They work with potions and all manner of things. Well, I need to help set up, but hold on. Reylin points over to Reylin. Go ahead and describe yourself for me.
Okay, she is about a small-ish. Verdan, about 6'4", not purple, green. He's green like Piccolo. You see his pointed ears. He's bald on the head. He has this purple bandana wrapped around it. Some gold earrings on his ears. And when he turns around towards you, you can see on the left side of his face, there's a scar running down from his lips to his chin. He's not wearing much, not really. Let me give you a little more visual, because I came prepared for this stuff. And okay, one second, it's not working. Why is it not working? Okay, I'll just explain it in detail then. So he has a vest. It's kind of grayish, but not much, just loose. And underneath, as he's walking towards you, you see he has like leather armor against it. He's like 4'8", and just another bandana-ish thing tied around his waist, hanging loose, and he has saggy pants, not saggy, but like loose-fitting pants, and some boots. And that's about it. He's got black eyes, white eyes actually.
So, you see that. Hold on, my notes just vanished. You see that Poro is kind of gesturing towards you. You see two people you've never seen before. Dragonborn, and what looks like a human with white hair, standing next to Poro.
Hey, old man Poro, who are these people?
They're guests of ours. If you can show them around and make sure that they're fed. I need to take care of the cattle again. Looks like one of them's hopped over the fence. And you see that a section of the fence has been torn into one of the farmlands, and a large, what looks like a bison, is kind of rampaging towards a herd of sheep. Several people in the caravan are currently chasing after it.
Yeah, there goes That old mother. Okay. You take care of that boy. Though. Don't call me if you need anything. If we need to, we can have these people help us. You know, no one stays around for free.
Yeah,
Uh,
I can help.
what was your name?
Me?
Yeah. Yes. You.
Yeska.
Yeska.
And
Ah.
I and I am Vasher.
Okay. Gotta say, I haven't seen you much of your kind around here. You have some very interesting.
Be kind, Reylin.
Oh.
It's
Sorry,
alright. I
it's
get that.
it's been a while.
Our people aren't native to this area. It's quite
I
alright.
said the same thing.
I mean,
Are you a human, by the way?
no.
Reylin?
Verdan. I don't know what I am, but I seem to be the only
Oh.
kind I've seen around here that look like me.
Yeska, do you know what a human is?
It's like me.
Yeah, except normally most humans don't have white hair.
White hair. Oh.
Oh,
I mean,
Father Tommen has white hair.
I guess you're right.
Oh, sorry. Old humans have white hair. Very old. The color fades.
Am I not old? Father Tommen said I was getting pretty old.
How
How-
old are
how
you?
many- Yeah, hold on. How many years have you been alive?
Father Tommen says I'm 17.
Okay.
Uh,
His father is he a caretaker or something? You seem to be very dependent on him.
He's my
He- He's your mentor. Would be a good word.
yeah, mentor.
And
He's taken care of me my whole life.
you are getting old in the sense that you're becoming an adult.
Well, either way,
Father Tommen.
we digress. Let's walk and talk.
All right.
Um,
Father Tommen is old in a different way. He's been alive for a long amount of time, I would assume.
At least my whole life.
Right.
the three of you start moving off towards another section of the caravan that seems to have some kind of stew brewing. And as tables are kind of being put, stood up for the rest of the caravan to eat from, you find yourselves busy assisting with putting things together, laying out plates, different foods and stuff for the night's meal. As the stew is kind of being poured, Reylin kind of keeps you close. You see that the giant bison thing has been reeled back, somewhat sedated, and put back with the rest of the herd in kind of like not a stall, but like a line that's all tied together for them to like follow about, like a lead that they follow one of the caravans with. As you all sit to eat, the stew smells delicious.
Reylin, what is in this? It
You
smells wonderful.
I don't know. I don't usually prepare this. You'd have to ask the Paysons and the Monsoons. They don't. They just kind of mix things together.
What do they look like?
The Paysons. If you look across from you, you see that there's this dad. The dad's name is Monty.
Hi, Mr. Monty.
Oh,
Hi.
a man turns around. A human man, kind of big, like very broad-shouldered, but very little legs, kind of like a bodybuilder. He nods in your direction, and he takes off like a makeshift chef's hat, and he kind of tucks it in like his pant holster, I guess. On the strap of his pants. And he starts moving in your direction. Yes.
Hi, what is in this?
Oh,
It smells excellent.
Oh, thank you. There's several Yule Crust rabbits, some mutton that we've gotten in recently, and an ugu. Have you had ugu?
I haven't had any of those things.
It's a kind of squid. Have you ever had squid?
What is?
He doesn't
What
know
is
half the
that?
things.
Yeah, I might not ask. Don't overload the poor boy.
Oh, well, yes. It's a mixture of different meats. The ugu to give it that texture, and several vegetables that we got in recently from a trade at Sailwind.
Well, I only ever eat meat when the hunters bring it for us.
I mean, it technically was probably caught by our hunters. So
Well, then I hope it's as good as I remember. And I'll start digging in.
Okay. It's a very foreign texture to you, very chewy. But the flavor kind of offsets the foreign texture. It tastes incredible. A lot of different spices that you don't normally get at the monastery, especially since a lot of it is sold via trade along like the coast. So it's a very different experience for you. And paired with the bread that you got along with it, it's a pretty hearty meal. As you take it that this is probably a good meal for like being on the road. It'll definitely keep you, with a lot of energy for the next day.
Yeah, I lied about not being hungry, and I finish it in minutes.
Cool.
Boy's got an appetite.
This was a very good meal. We appreciate it. How can we repay you?
Well, first of all, what you looking to do? You going somewhere?
Well, we're headed back to your break. That's where I'm stationed.
Oh,
Yes,
That's,
and I need
part
to
of
see
things.
Brother Marcus.
I'm actually going there myself. I mean, if Porto can find city work for you, I might have need of assistance from you.
I'll be happy to help.
Yes, I'd love to help.
You seem like it. But we'll check on the Porto a little bit later tomorrow. I guess he could talk to you about that.
Also, would somebody happen to have a sheath that I could purchase for this
Sheath.
sword?
Well,
Yes.
we don't purchase. Maybe we have a couple. The I forget the names. The Mosuns. They might be able to make something out for you. They're hunters, but they're kind of skilled with the leather working.
work?
Yeah.
Oh,
The Mosuns or the Sins. Either one could possibly procure that.
That's a definite. But as you were saying, where did you say you were coming from again?
where did
I
I say
come
I
from
was
the
coming
monastery.
or him?
The monastery. The monastery where?
In the forest, just over there.
Well,
Yeska points towards the forest.
I don't ever remember there being a monastery there, but I don't venture out that much anywhere. So I'll take your word for it.
Would I know that this monastery is real?
Go ahead and roll a religion check.
I want to make sure that homie's not being, isn't part of some cult by accident.
11. Several monasteries that are potentially in the Yule Crest area. I mean, there's monasteries all over Sephiria, but what was the Yeska? What was the name of the monastery's city? What was that?
Haben?
Heaven. Thank you. That particular name, it sparks a memory, but you can't quite place the location.
Well,
You didn't roll high enough to get an accurate
Sure.
memory.
Well, anyways, yeah. I'm from Yule Break. I had to venture out, so now I'm trying to return in the safest manner possible.
that'd be nice. Oh, since you're from, how long have you been from Yulebreak? I have some questions that might need answering.
My whole life for past 16 years of my being alive.
Have you heard about the I think they call it the Dazzleland Woods or something like that?
The what?
The Dazzleland Woods. Know anything about that?
DM, do I?
Dazzlin Woods. Go ahead and roll a. Why am I getting? Oh, yeah. Okay. Go ahead and roll a history check. You've heard of it. You're not entirely sure where it is.
I do not know exactly where it is
Okay.
or its purpose.
I have a general direction. I just need to see if I can pinpoint it anywhere. But thank you.
What are you wanting to do there?
I have to look for a person. My boss sent me down to scout some people out. Not scout, but find,
Sure. Looking for a sales call?
No, I'm not a part. Well, I am a part of this, the caravan, but I'm not currently working for them. I work at a different line of work.
Gotcha.
What do you do?
Let's call it guard work, shall we?
Oh, you protect people from the bad people you were talking about, bandits.
In a way,
Banditos.
I guess.
That's very noble. You're just like Vasher.
Uh, sure. I'm guessing you're. I think he said Poro said something about a knighthood. I'm guessing you're a knight.
A squire, not a knight yet, but
Oh.
we're working towards becoming one.
Oh, good work. Good luck with that.
Thank you. That's the goal, but yes.
At
Very
this point,
interesting.
at this point, the sun has completely set. As the two moons of Morank'Tur begin to emerge from beyond the mountains. I need all three of you to go ahead and roll perception for me.
Eat.
Yeetus deletus. My name is Fetus. Ah. Hey.
Oh.
Vasher, in the distance, you hear. You don't so much hear, but you feel almost like a presence. Somewhere back in the woods that you were at. You kind of look in that direction, and within the tree line, you swear you almost sense a figure, possibly watching the caravan. And then immediately that sensation vanishes. You didn't see eyes or movement. It was almost like it was just like a presence.
With my newfound abilities, I'm gonna feel at some power that I have resting in me and use one of my divine senses to see if it's close enough.
Okay. You are currently, I want to say, 180 feet away from the tree line.
Well, I still want to see if I can tell if the presence is just around us or if it was farther than that.
You don't sense anything immediately in your vicinity,
All right.
but then the presence vanishes.
Did y'all notice that?
Notice what?
That thing in the woods?
I could find.
Vasher, it's probably that squirrel that you threw.
No, it.
She threw a squirrel.
It attacked my face. I tried to freeze it, but it was on
It
top
looked
of
like
my
he was
nose.
hugging you.
He was definitely trying to tear into me, but my thick claw, my thick
Oh.
scale.
I don't.
Do
think
squirrels
you should-
not like dragonborns?
No, those two things.
They
have
seem
no
to like
correlation.
me.
You seem
Okay,
very
well,
woodland friendly.
I wouldn't say that. Usually I stay at the monastery.
Keep an eye out for whatever you saw. Some bandits might try to come.
What did it
rescue us.
look like, Vasher?
I don't. It just kind of looked shapeless, but it felt
Shapeless.
Oh,
ominous.
Vasher, that's called darkness. That happens when there's no light.
This kid is a hoot. I like him. You said your name was Yeska.
Yeska, yes.
I'll have to keep that in note.
And your name was Reylin?
Yes, Reylin Boyd.
Perhaps it was just darkness.
Wait,
See?
did you take some of the onions?
Something. No.
Okay, good. They do some things to people's minds sometimes. I told him to stop taking.
Are those special onions?
I don't think so. He finds the weirdest onions sometimes.
Oh, you want to try my onions?
No.
You see,
No.
Monty comes back and he's holding like a small basket of really strange-looking onions.
Monty, where did you come from? Yes, I would love an onion.
No, don't. Oh, smack his hand. Don't. We don't
But
want
I
you
love
tripping.
onion.
Not these
Oh.
onions.
Reylin, you're such a buzzkill. And he kind of shuts the lid on it and he starts moving away.
You know we don't do that around here.
He kind of flips you off and keeps going in the direction of his cart.
I swear he's like a big baby sometimes with these onions.
Are those onions legal?
I don't know. We try to stop.
Can I look in my book of law to see if those are legal onions?
Yeah, go ahead and roll. Du-du-du-du-du. Oh, what did I decide this was going to be? Yeah, go ahead and roll investigation.
Oh my god. Ah.
Hey.
So you start flipping through, and you get to the section on narcotics. You kind of scroll through that real quick. But it's just a passing glance. It's more out of curiosity than anything else. You don't see anything about onions.
It's a fancy book
Oh,
you
well.
got there.
Yes, as a knight, as a squire knight of Sephiria, it's my job to learn the law so that I can uphold it. So
Oh.
I kind of need to have it ready so I can look things up. I wouldn't want to put anyone in jail who doesn't deserve it. Be wrong.
Very noble of you.
Yeah.
At this point, people are starting to wind down. A lot of the food's been already eaten, and people are starting to clear away the tables. And that's when the three of you notice a tabaxi woman starts moving in your guys' direction.
Okay.
Reylin, you recognize this is Magda Mosun.
What's that? What's
Vasher.
cooking?
She says, Reylin,
Yeah. Oh god.
are they staying with you, or are they bunking elsewhere?
I guess Pops could probably use a couple hands making those weird potions of his.
All right. I mean, they can bunk with me if they're fine with the smell of iron.
Do you want to be with potions? I don't know how this is gonna smell. I've gotten used to it. Or I can be with iron. Your choice.
Usually I just sleep in the grass.
Well, you won't have to do that today.
I have my sleeping pack, but if there was a covered area, that might be nice.
That's yeah. So you have, I think both of us are covered. So you have iron and metal clicking, clacking in the night, or you have the weird potion man. So your choice.
No, Reylin, I'm a huntress. The smell of iron is mostly blood.
Oh yeah, you're right. Sorry, I got you confused with the other people. Sorry, you guys talk about iron all the time. You confuse me.
Of course. She turns to both of you. Have a pleasant night. Don't bother the cattle. They stomp a lot.
He's bad with animals. He's good with animals. They might balance each other out.
She
Fine with animals, it's just that squirrel.
She continues on to assist the camp kind of tearing down. As it goes further into the night, becomes darker and darker out. You guys go to the kind of like the wagon that Reylin stays at. Give me a second.
And then I told him, forget about it. No? I told you how to go well.
That was not what the kids would consider funny.
Oh. Never one was good.
Reylin, how could he forget about it?
That's...
If you tell him to forget, he's more likely to remember.
You know, I'll keep that in mind next time.
The door to the caravan like kind of opens, and a half elven man kind of steps out. Is that right, or human? I can't remember.
Human.
Okay, full human man steps out. Reylin, are these the guests that are staying with us?
Yes, sir. And I offer you the services. You need help with potions or anything. You know, I'm not good with that stuff.
Of course. Hi.
Hello.
Let's see.
Oh, this is Yeska and Vasher. Welcome. This is my dad, Highland Void.
Nice
Nice to meet both of you.
sir.
Good to meet you.
He kind of shakes both of your. Well, he shakes Vasher's hand when he goes to you, Yeska. I don't know if you do. You just follow what Vasher does, or
It looks fun.
Okay. So
This
he
is a
shakes.
greeting, Yeska. This is how people greet each other.
So he shakes your hand. It's getting kind of late. I don't really have anything brewing at the moment. If the two of you just want to go ahead and settle in on our extra cabins in the back.
That'd be great. Thank you.
I prefer to sleep outside. I'll use Druidcraft to check the weather.
You quickly spin your fingers into the air. And a small nimbus cloud appears that starts to lightly drizzle onto your palm.
Perfect. And I'll exit the cabin.
So you step outside, and looking up, the moon is starting to be covered up by heavy clouds.
Perfect.
The other moon is still exposed. There's still time for it.
I'll set down my pack on the ground, and I will lay down using it as a pillow.
You want to cover anything, Yeska?
No, I'll be okay. Thank you.
Okay.
If you wish, you can sleep underneath the wagon.
No, that's all right.
All right. Vasher, right?
That's the name, sir.
We have a bed in the back if you'd like to.
I don't know if he'll fit. He's like 6 feet tall.
We'll figure something out.
Yes, thank you. Your hospitality is more than enough. I can sleep on the floor if need be.
And he allows you. He allows you to come in. The cabin's fairly cramped. There's a lot of like potions and stuff, or equipment to brew potions all over this like small cabin. But in the back there is a bed that is roughly 6 feet long. If you kind of like scooch in and you like wrap, do you have a tail? I can't remember.
No.
Okay. If you kind of like scrunch your knees to your chest and you kind of lay on it, it's kind of comfortable.
I can sleep in the fetal position for one night for this hospitality.
So as all of you are kind of bedding down for the night, I need Yeska to roll a perception check.
I can do that.
Sleeping outside.
8.
With an 8, as the night rolls on and sleep takes you.
Oh, wait. Did everyone go to sleep?
Yeah.
I want to find the bison.
No.
Okay. As the night rolls on, you kind of stand and you feel like the drizzling of rain starting to come down. This isn't the rain that you're used to. Normally, the rain on the monastery is fairly warm and soothing. This is cold and biting. Almost feels unnatural.
Maybe I should have slept inside.
But
I want to see the bison.
As it's only drizzling at the moment, it's not anything like a heavy downpour. It's still a new experience, so you kind of chalk that up to the rest of them. And you move over to the large bison-esque creatures. Standing near them is that same tabaxi woman who is currently brushing the lead one.
I hide.
Roll stealth. 15. You kind of quickly, like as quickly as you came, you dodge around one of the carts. And you kind of start peering off to the side. The Tabaxi woman hasn't moved. She's still kind of brushing the big bison. There, big guy. No more running off now. And the bison just goes, No more running off, no more adventures. You stay with the rest of them. They need you. And she's kind of patting the giant muzzle. It's weird. It has the head of what looks like a bird of some kind. But the bulk of the body looks like a bison. On occasion, the fur that kind of ruffles on the back bristles in weird patterns that you've never seen before. And you realize that it's not fur, it's a really like malleable set of feathers kind of cresting along its back. You don't know what this creature is.
All right. I just want to wait for her to leave, and if she comes towards me, I want to lay on the ground with my pack like I'm sleeping.
Okay. She goes off to the next one and begins to brush the next one. It takes like maybe half an hour before she's done kind of tending to all of them and putting blinders on them. Then she moves back to the other side of the cabin and vanishes for the night. It's
Okay.
now starting to rain.
And I want to go out and approach them.
Okay. You approach the first one, the one that broke through the fence. It's not moving very much. On occasion, it kind of shifts its head, and then two really floppy ears just kind of waddle around.
Floppy ears on a bird. Hello.
The thing turns in your direction. You can't see. It has a weird blinder on its face.
My name is Yeska. What's your name? Oh. Very interesting. What kind of creature are you? I've never seen anyone like you. I can see that. You are very unique.
Kind of like shakes, and some of the rain just like splatters off of it.
You have feathers. Do you have wings?
It tilts its head, and it kind of like unruffles, and it pulls out a massive set of wings that kind of are stopped by a few tethers that are binding it to its body.
You have. Oh. Do you want to fly away?
It tilts its head slightly. A gesture that you recognize of confusion.
That's okay. These people do seem nice. Well, it was good to meet you, but I should probably get going.
It kind of moves up to you a little bit and starts nudging you.
I'll pet him a little bit.
He accepts the pet and he moves back.
I'll go on back to bed near the Raylin's cabin.
Okay. You start moving, and then
Actually, it's raining hard now. I want to find a tree to sleep under.
The nearest tree is back at the forest, roughly 200 feet from where you're at.
So. All right, I'll accept defeat. I'll return to the cabin, and I will knock on the door.
Right. As you're moving away from the large beast, you take one last glance at it, and you notice that it has tensed, and all of its feathers have bristled.
What's wrong?
And several of the other beasts may start making this noise as well.
I'll dash back to the cabin.
You start to run, and the beasts become more and more restless. Running back to the cabin, looking around, the rain is too heavy. You're barely able to see a lot of the other caravans and carts that are currently moving along with you. And as you reach the door to the oh my gosh, names, man, to the Void's cabin, you swear you see movement in the lead cabins, or towards the lead cabins.
Towards. I'll put my hand on the door, and then I'll knock quickly.
Yeah.
Reylin.
Reylin and Vasher. Vasher, you're not really getting a good night's sleep. Like, you're kind of curled, and there's only really one position that fits you. So you have a weird like cramp in one of your legs that's just keeping you awake, and you try and turn, but then your head knocks onto something, and then you hear and you hear Yeska's voice.
Hello.
In the distance. Reylin, you wake up to the sound of it too.
Oh, what's happening? Is that your friend?
Yes, it's probably raining too hard for him to be sleeping out there. It's probably
Outside you hear.
Is that your
far
friend?
worse. And I will draw my sword and dash out.
I'll take that as a no, and I'll draw mine too.
Well, that was lightning.
Ah,
Oh,
ah.
just kidding.
You got me started for no reason. God damn it.
Yeah, sorry. I thought honestly, I thought that was an explosion, not just.
I'll
Rain.
jump off my bed.
Are you
Walk
two
to the
going to
door.
open the door?
I'll jump-
Yes, we're open.
The two of them kind of open the door, and it is raining pretty heavily outside.
Oh.
Reylin, the birds are scared, and I saw
The birds.
something moving in the cabins,
Wait,
So you saw it too.
what birds?
and it's raining.
Okay, which
really
cabin?
hard.
Which cabin?
Over there. I'll
Starts
point
pointing
over.
at one of the lead. You guys are further back, so there's a bunch of cabins up ahead. There's only like 4 that are visible in the rain.
Here, come with me. Big guy, can you see in the dark?
No.
Well, shit. Okay, guess we're going.
Do any of you have torches, lanterns, anything like
Oh
that?
yeah, I got torches.
I
I
have
just
a
can't
light.
see in the
I
dark.
would like to go. Relatively. I'll
Oh,
bring a
you
lantern
can't
now.
see, huh? I'll cast light on
On
Vash.
what?
Why?
Well, now they know where we are. If there's someone here.
Yeah, it's fine.
Whatever.
Casting
let's go.
light on Vasher himself, or
No, I don't think I can. I'll touch something he's wearing.
You can touch my armor.
Yeah.
so Vasher, your armor starts illuminating the space around you.
Jesus.
This is fine.
It illuminates 30 feet of light, right?
Yes.
Or is it 15 feet? I can't
20
remember.
feet.
20 feet? Okay.
Bright light, and then 20 feet dim light. So
Okay.
40.
So yeah, Yeska kind of waves a sign in the air and touches your armor, and it begins to glow. What color?
Gold.
A golden light
Just like
just kind of echoes out from your armor. It's really good because you don't get that blue light in your eyes, and it doesn't give you a headache.
I
so-
have my blue light glasses on.
My goodness.
Ugh.
But you guys, it illuminates a good 20 feet around you, but with the rain, it's more like 15 feet in the space. Reylin, you were blinded momentarily as the light is a lot more than there was a moment ago.
Give a man a warning next time, would you? Jeez.
Sorry, does light hurt you?
No, it was just sudden. But either way, let's go to the caravan.
Right.
Okay.
So you guys start moving towards the leading cars.
I want to move stealthily.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
I'm going.
Go ahead and roll stealth. Vasher, the fact that you're wearing chainmail and that it's currently on like bright, you'll have disadvantage on the stealth roll.
Well, I would have had disadvantage for either of those things, but yep.
I'm just going quickly.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I'm just walking.
Okay. Well, the two of you move ahead. Yeska has seemingly vanished.
Wait, what if they're wolves?
Well,
They're-
then we'll
they're-
deal
yeah.
with them like wolves. What do you mean? What if they're wolves?
Nothing to worry about with
Wolves are
wolves. They're easy.
scary. Oh. I'll run to catch up to them.
You start moving with the other two. Reylin, you know that Sin's family usually does patrols around the cards.
Oh.
You don't see any of the patrols.
Oh, shit.
Something's not right here. There should be
Something's not right.
we should have a patrol going around.
All three of you hear simultaneously a screech. It's very high pitched and lasts for about 10 seconds.
Does it sound human?
It does not.
Or does
All right, I'll
does
hide
it
again.
sound like a person more so?
No, it sounds like some kind of creature further ahead in the carts.
I'll start climbing the caravan and seeing if I can get a lookout from there.
Like those
Alright, you-
weird animals that Yeska was looking at.
That doesn't sound like our animals.
You climb up to the top of one of the caravan cars and try and look through the rain. Go and roll perception for me.
Oh yes. Hello, Rain, my old friend. Oh.
Oh, okay. With a 19, you figure since one of the moons is still partially out, that you would have some kind of light that would assist you, and you can see several of the cars up ahead, but there's almost like a dark spot near one of the carts. And then you see the entire dark spot moving and shifting. around the cars.
You two. Go scout ahead a little bit. There's a weird dark spot moving around. It might be something like what you were talking about, Vasher.
I'm
Like
gonna
a
guess
wolf?
that is the
No.
same thing.
It's, it's just moving, and he's a big light spot. So if he goes towards it, might be able to see what's happening.
Ooh, you know what? That's a good idea.
Maybe he'll hurt it like he hurt you.
And I'll jump on his back because I'm small as fuck, and I'll try to like hide myself behind him.
What
Okay.
are you doing?
Reylin kind of like huddles himself like a backpack on your back.
Okay.
Look, if we want to catch him by
is-
surprise, they're not gonna expect a
This
little
isn't
shit.
the first time this has happened this year, oddly enough.
Hasn't
Last time
told
it
me
was a
about it.
child, though, so this is a little bit of a different experience. Anyways, I don't know why I'm telling you guys this.
So are Yeska, Vasher, are you guys moving ahead?
Yeah.
Okay. Both of you run in the direction of the strange darkness, and you get within maybe 20 feet of it, and your vision just disappears.
Jesus,
All three of you are currently blind.
I can't see shit.
Vasher?
It's evil darkness.
Yes,
And now I'll do my divine sense.
With your divine sense, what are you looking for again?
Celestial
So-
Faith Fiend, right?
Yep, Celestial Fiend, Undead, or anything affected by the Hollow spell.
Okay.
It also just says you can detect good and evil, which I don't. That's very vague.
I'm going to say that you don't detect anything.
Vasher.
Within other than Yeska and Reylin, currently on your back, you don't detect any other presence.
Well, I don't feel anything, so
Yeah,
I'm not 100% on what this is.
Are you burping in the middle of
Oh, me neither.
keep your ears out or something? I don't know. See, can you hear anything?
I hear a lot of rain.
As the rain is pattering down pretty heavily, and then all of a sudden your vision comes back to you.
Oh.
Did it seem like it moved away, or they just?
The darkness is kind of fading away towards the tree line.
I'm.
What's that?
Here, let me see something. And I'll wait. I don't know how many I have. I only have one. I'll just throw a dagger into the dark spot.
Okay. As you go around the side of the car to see the darkness, it looks like a giant circle currently moving in the direction of the tree line. You throw a dagger, and it vanishes into the darkness.
No sound, no nothing.
Nothing.
Yeska, how do you do this light thing?
Do you want me to do it again?
Actually, yeah, do it by the
I
dark
can
spot.
teach you.
No, no time for teaching. Do it.
Wait. Here, I have a new idea. Something that the sword told me I could do. And I'll use Green Flame Blade to try and attack the shadow.
Sure. Go ahead and roll to hit with disadvantage.
Did
Disadvantage.
he say his sword talks to him? I don't know
Yeah.
why I'm asking you, Yeska. You don't know me.
Well, he said it wouldn't talk to me.
Interesting.
But pair of 18s, baby.
Pair of 18s for a total of
24.
24. With the 24, you feel the energy leave, and then you don't see anything.
Yeah, I've got no idea.
Is the wolf?
And then as the darkness vanishes into the tree line, you see a bit of flame on the edge of where you think you hit.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Does anyone know anything more about magic? This isn't. I'm kind of new to this.
I'm guessing it's magic. Might need to go see if anything was stolen from around here.
Yeah.
But we
Just
should probably investigate tomorrow morning. It's a little bit too dark and rainy to do anything right now.
Reylin, you notice that you are next to the Gorman cart, and all the lights on the inside are off, and there's still no sign of the patrols.
Actually, shit, we might have to follow it. I need to know where my people are. I'll knock on the I'll like bang on the Gorman's house real quick.
You start banging on the door. No answer.
Shit. I think my people are gone. We need to follow this light.
What do you mean your
Darkness.
people are
Okay.
gone?
So.
The door swings open slightly.
Yeah.
No one's on the other side. It's just unlocked.
Yeah, I'll open it. I'm pretty sure this is gonna be vacant, and if it's vacant, that means someone's either kidnapping or killing my family, and I'll push open into it.
You push open the door, and you know that that Dorn Gormand, the father of the family, is the only one that was on the trip with you guys, because you kind of need a medic of some kind on these kind of trips. Unfortunately, as you look into the cart, you see what looked to be a halfling man, currently shriveled and almost like dehydrated
Oh shit.
on the floor.
Is he alright?
No, it's not vacant. It's worse than that. The motherfucker's dead.
Is he?
Yeah, I'm guessing he looks like a decayed body.
He looks
I'll
like
rush over.
he looks like a raisin.
Yeah, he looks like.
I'll
Checking
rush
for a
over and I'll
pulse?
yeah. I would like to check if he is alive.
You go over and you like go ahead and roll a medicine check.
Uh,
21. You feel a pulse.
I cast
Healing
lay
hands.
on hands for
No.
1. I got
The
this.
you see that his eyes are still like
You got it.
they're wide in horror and shock.
Okay.
So you guys are doing healing spells.
I'm giving him
Yeah, I'll
a
do
point
mine
by lay
also.
on hands.
I'll give him my healing hands for 2 points.
As they start, I'm gonna go knock on everybody else's stuff.
Okay.
Yeska and I are the shitty healers.
The two of
get a
you
little-
start like trying to do what healing you can. Unfortunately, the amount of healing that you're able to give can't really assist in rehydrating a person.
I have a water skin. Can I give him some water?
It's probably not fast enough to get him. Like, I mean, this dude looks like he's been sucked dry.
Get
I'd
Whatever-
like to try something pretty random.
Okay.
I have some silver coins. I'd like to just try placing one of them on him. This is super random, but just track with it for a minute.
Sure. You place a silver coin on what part? Where do you want to place a silver coin?
Just gonna place it like over his like general like on his heart.
Okay. You place a silver coin. He's currently wearing like very loose rags. I mean, it looks like they were fairly nice clothes before, but something happened to them. And you find a bit of exposed skin on the chest area. You put the coin, and the coin just rips through what little layer of dried skin he has left,
Motherfucker.
and it just kind of like falls into a little crevice where there should be blood, but there isn't.
Okay. Well, I thought that I read
Dude.
a book one time where it helps
Vasher,
people
is
who
he
are
okay?
withered.
Are,
No, he's
are
very
you
not
helping
okay.
him?
I thought I was, but this man is. Let's.
You hear him rasping with whatever air he has left in his lungs, and with every breath you hear like a crunching and creaking from dry lungs.
Sir, are you okay? Water, Vasher.
I
I'll give
pull out
him
my
some water.
skin.
You pull out your water skin and you start trying to feed him the water. Immediately, what water appears on him starts to like slowly rehabilitate, and then over aquify his lips and flesh, and they immediately begin to blister and break apart as
What the?
If
What
only
in the
Father Talman
name?
was here, he would know what to do.
and then you just hear a rasping,
You
and there's no more
motherfuckers.
pulse.
What do you mean, you motherfuckers?
I'm not
Reylin?
here, but you killed my boy.
We didn't kill him. He was gonna die. We just tried to help.
I'm not here.
Shut your
Vasher.
mouth.
I think he's gone.
I think he is gone too. Yeska, this was not your fault. I don't know if this is the first time you've experienced that. I need to hear this right now. It's not either of our faults. There was nothing we could do. Let's just
Yeah.
let's go check some of the other caravans to see if everyone else is like this.
Yeah, let's go check Reylin.
Let's go.
Reylin, you run to the other carts and you're like knocking on doors. Lights turn on as some doors open and look in your direction. Reylin, what's going on? As you continue down the line, you see Sin is at the front car, currently holding one of his sons who has been scratched, like a slash down his chest.
And I'll just yell out, "We need a head count now! Everybody come out!" And I'll just yell
What
it.
in the name of oblivion is that?
And I'll rush over to Yeska and be like, shit. What did this?
Poro is like, I don't know. His brother brought him over here. He said his other brother was fighting some darkness.
Shit, we ran into it. It was. I think it was camping. It was a magical darkness. I think it was covering somebody.
I told y'all there was a dark figure out there, and y'all said it's darkness.
I know that was.
Father, you
Wait,
hear the voice of one of the other Sin sons, kind of waving off in the distance, a lantern kind of in the air.
Yeah. You stay here. Tend if you can tend to him, and I'll run off to the other Sin boy.
The boy that Poro's currently holding in his arms is bleeding, but he's still alive.
Actually, before I take off, I will throw him my fine clothing and tell him to use it as a here, take this, use it as a bandage or something. Just stop the bleeding, and I'll take off.
Boros nods and starts trying to bandage his son.
Here, I can help. I have an herbalism kit. So
Sure,
could I
go
add
ahead.
like some kind of
Go ahead and roll.
or something?
Go ahead and roll medicine and add your proficiency modifier.
Can do 8 plus 2. Fuck.
God.
With an 8, you pull out your herbalism kit, and in the rain, it's starting to like mess with the potions you have already in there, making whatever pastes and stuff a little bit waterlogged and odd. So this would normally be a little bit more effective, but with the rain that's currently splashing down, as you slather it onto the cut to kind of like hold it in place, a little bit of it starts like falling off or washing away with the rain. But you manage to get enough on there that it's covering the majority of the wound. And then Poro takes the bandage or the cloths that Reylin handed over and like kind of holds down the space. Hold on. Where's Dorn?
Was that the
Um,
was he back in that caravan? And I'll point back to the one that we were just in.
Yes, he's our medic. He should have supplies.
I have very bad news for you, and I'll touch the guy who's hurt, and I'll give him a point of lay on hands just to try and seal up the rest of the wounds.
With a point of lay on hands, it does seal a good sections of the wound, so it's not nearly as bad.
Yeah. I will be honest. Your medic is dead. He was shriveled up. I don't know how to say this without tactfully. Like a raisin. All of his blood was drained from him, I think. Honestly, I'm not very sure. I've never seen anything like that. I deal in criminals. This is a little out of my range of knowledge.
Poro is freaking out now as more and more people from the caravans are moving in your guys' direction. Reylin, you run over to a section, over to the man that's kind of waving the torch in the air. Reylin, over here!
What happened? Besides the other one.
It's my other brother. He points on the ground as you see one of the other Sin brothers is currently on the ground, and he looks like he's trying to scream, but he can't, as a strange green energy is encroaching towards his neck. Anything below it seems to be shriveling, like the medic.
Shit. Fuck. Damn.
I've tried everything. I can't get it to stop.
I don't know. Shit. Does there seem like to be a place it's originating? I'll try to take off his like break open his clothes and see where it's originating from. If it's originating from anywhere.
Go ahead and roll investigation.
Shit. Oh no. Oh, okay, that's terrible.
With a 10, you see like the energy is kind of a cone or circle that's slowly encroaching upwards. And the way that the circle's positioned, you kind of try and look, and you see on the pant leg, there's a small hole.
Shit.
Do you tear it open or anything?
The pen, yeah, I'll throw the pen leg open.
All right, you kind of tear open from where the hole is, and you see where the shriveled leg is. There's a small, like, rune almost
Shit, I don't know magic.
and it doesn't look like a runic symbol. It looks like a spider web.
Oh, spider.
At the center of which is a little dot.
I'll just hold my sword up and I'll be like, I can cut the leg off. One clean sweep.
How are you here already?
Won't ask questions. I'm not a priest, but I worship a god.
Well, you wouldn't be here at the moment because you did lay on hands a second ago.
I thought those were close together.
No. Reylin ran off in the direction of the other man that's waving his arm.
Look, go get my dad. See if he has any potions lying around. I'm going to try to fix this.
He runs off in the direction of the potions caravan as you're left there with a gasping Sin son.
I'm going to I have two. Okay, I'll take off my vest and kind of tear it apart and try to like, what is it called? The thing where you stop the blood flow.
On what?
The above the spider arcane rune.
Above the spider arcane rune, everything's already withered. The arcane rune isn't glowing or anything. This just looks like the point of impact.
Okay. Then I am. Shit. I have nothing for this. Damn, it sucks to be level 2. I'm just gonna. I guess I'm holding his head. I'm like, come on, you got this.
You're holding his head as tears are streaming out of his eyes. As the green energy makes it to his neck, he's trying to say something, but his lungs at this point have collapsed.
Oh shit! I'm gonna use my limited telepathy to kind of try to communicate to tell him to give me a vision of what did this to him, if he saw anything or any hints.
Okay. That's actually a really good idea. Roll
Nice.
Go ahead and roll an investigation check with advantage.
This is a -1. Hey! Double.
As you do your limited telepathy, you feel the emotion, first of all, of abject horror at what's going on, and then a resolve from let me name this guy so it's not just the Sin Son.
Yeah, and just so you know, it's simple ideas and concepts. This can't be that advanced.
No, I understand.
Okay.
I'm just gonna call him Rollo, if that's fine.
Yeah, Rollo.
Rollo Sin. As he looks in your direction, you feel the darkness again. The energy that was around it that kind of like blanked out your vision. And you're kind of consumed by this darkness. And then you feel something hit your leg. It's not so much like a weapon attack. It's more like maybe a dart that stung, or maybe like a bee sting. You're not entirely sure. It's something like that hit his leg. And even in the darkness, he could see a green light is showing out from it, and that weird and a green flame just beginning to burn, or the sensation of burning more on your leg. And it's now you feel that strange crunching feeling, almost like something is like pinching your leg with a vice. And that same feeling just begins to move in the direction all around your body as whatever this is overtaking it. You feel that darkness again, and within it, you also feel a humanoid presence,
Shit.
a definitive feeling of a person, not a monster, not something intangible, but a human, a tiefling, something in the middle of that darkness that did this. And that's the last thing you get before you also feel a finality that, like, unlike anything you felt before.
I just snap. My boy
You,
dead.
you snap out of it before you feel the sensation of death. Lucky you.
Nah,
As you see that little green, a tuft of green energy just sparking on his forehead and then vanish into nothing.
I'm just there. I don't. Yeah, it's an emotional moment. I'll put my head to his and just kind of like this silent ball.
It concaves a little bit.
Oh shit. Yep.
Vasher, this is when you run up and you see another shriveled.
Damn it. Well, do I notice the thing on him?
Reylin did rip a hole in the jeans, and your armor's still glowing with the light that Yeska gave you. So you would clearly see the small, almost like a tattoo of like a spider web.
Can I try and grab it?
It's his skin. It'll flake off.
You said there was a little black dot thing in the middle, right?
Oh, I see. Go ahead and roll a dexterity check.
Ew. Not good at those either.
Just to, be nimbly pull. Okay.
12.
With a 12, you take your talons.
Claws.
Thank you. You take your claws and you kind of push in the skin, and kind of like a what's it called? A pastry, really flaky pastry. It kind of pushes in like an accordion, and it exposes a small metal, a small like needle, and you pinch it and pull it away, and with that, the air kind of comes back to the skin, and it kind of pulls back a little bit at the point of where you kind of like pushed it down.
Man, that is foul. That is absolutely foul.
What are you doing?
I think this is what did it. If this wasn't here before,
Here, just give it to me.
careful. Don't poke yourself with it. I don't know if this still will do the same thing.
This thing was either. Wait, you said it was metal?
Yeah, it's a small metal like cylinder with a point.
There was a human here. I don't know who the fuck it was, but they have made an enemy, and I'll kind of just take the thing and look it over. Does it look like a dart?
Sort of. It's very, very small. Go ahead and roll investigation. Yeska, at this point, you've walked over to see, because there's a group of people currently around the front of the caravan. You're walking over to your acquaintances to see what's going on.
Vasher, is he alright?
No, he's also dead. But Raylin's alive, so that's pretty good.
How good shit did that?
Reylin, you see, looking at the thing, it looks kind of like a very, very tiny syringe. On the interior, there is a small glass vial of some kind that has cracked at this point. Maybe from the impact. You're not entirely sure how this works. But it did excrete some kind of liquid. All of it seems to have been expended. On the back, almost like the size of a pin, there is a marking, but it's too dark out here to see anything. You'd have to get maybe a magnifying glass or something to see it more accurately.
I'll pocket it for now, and I'll look to Yeska and be like, "Do you have any other spells on you? Anything useful? Just
No, that's all Father Tommen taught me.
Father Tom. I need to do better. And I'll stand up and trying to be as gentle as I can. I'll pick up try to pick up his body.
Reylin, he is. I wouldn't try and pick up that body right now.
Well, because either
You
he's not gonna be good in the rain. He's gonna go away either way.
Yeah, with every drop, like little pieces of skin are flaking off. It's almost like bullets on a piece of paper.
I'm gonna
As
like
you
stifle a gag, just like.
as you kind of pick up the body, it's incredibly light. It's almost like holding a paper mache dummy.
Alright, as I start walking back, I'll turn to Yeska and Vasher and be like, alright, you wanted to know how you can repay us? This is how. You're gonna help us find who the fuck did this.
Well,
Yes.
as a man of the law, I think I'm actually obligated to do that anyways,
Even
because
better.
there's been a double murder. So, yes.
Then let's go.
You guys go back to the caravan, and the already grieving Poro sees his other son drop next to him, and he redoubles his cries as the rest of the caravan also begins to weep and mourn. This is fairly grisly, and the children are kind of moved away from the site. His other son, luckily, is going to be okay with the healing that he was given and with the bandage that was given. But this seems irreversible.
Can't escape death, can you? Even when you run. Well, do we have a lead on where this thing might be?
Actually, yes, somewhat. I talked to Rollo before he died in his head, and he gave me some hints. So definitely, it's a person. So they're gonna pay definitely. Whatever happened, I'm guessing it was a dark, seeing as I'll motion to my pocket. So whoever did it is a coward. First of all, did the scratch marks on the other son look big or tiny?
The scratch mark it's a single slash down his chest.
Okay.
If you want to do a medicine check, you can go ahead and see what you can discern from it.
Yeah, I shall do that. Give me a moment. I need to check
Also,
my details.
he would have had to have been pretty close because that's a small dart. It's raining and windy. He couldn't have fired it from that far away.
With a 7, it looks like a slash from some kind of bladed weapon.
Yeah, this is a person, and I'm guessing they wanted something from us. I don't know what. I'll have to check to see what we were carrying. But whoever did this, they skill with blow darts. They use a sword or some slashing weapon. And
Can I look at that dart real quick?
I guess, and I'll take it out of my pocket and give it to you.
Okay.
Can I make out what the little insignia is?
You kind of move it up to your armor so you can get as much light as possible. You start peering down at it. Go ahead and roll a perception check. You're not looking for something specific. You're trying to just discern it, so it's perception.
Yeah, 16.
With a 16, it looks like the single side of a spider web with a teardrop at the bottom. It's kind of like a V shape of like spider webs on top, and then a teardrop coming down the bottom.
Does anybody have a piece of paper and some coal or?
Oh, I was going to say, Vasher, you recognize this insignia
Oh, as
as the sign of the silk.
Baby.
oh motherfucker!
Wait a
I'll
minute.
I'll just hand it back to him and be like, oh, I fucking can't. Just
What do you know something?
yes, I do. I've spent the last all of my working career trying to stop these there's not a good word, the horrid people. This is a crime organization, and I had a strong sense that this was them.
I need a name.
That is Silk.
Okay.
Silk organization. Yeska, these are bad people. This is organized crime. This is worse than just random bandits.
Why did they
Uh,
do it, Vasher?
do I know why? What's the Silk's goal?
The from what you know of the Silk and what little information you've been given about the Silk, they are a massive organization that deals in all kinds of things, very rare things, very powerful things, and they're generally very good at what they do.
They're powerful crime lords dealing in magic artifacts, drug trade, food trade in times of famine. They're very efficient, very dangerous.
Why would they want to attack a caravan cart like this?
Not personally my favorite, so if we get the chance to kill them, I might be kind of happy about it. I don't know. What are y'all carrying?
You don't
Why
really-
did they kill these two people?
I
They
don't-
could have killed any of us.
I don't
They had a
think-
reason.
I don't think we usually carry that high-profile stuff, but I'm guessing we'll find out soon. Is Poro in your? Not Poro. No, it is Poro. He's grieving over his son. I'll let him grieve. We'll find out later.
You have, you can talk to Monda. You can talk to Monty.
I guess I will go and find.
You can talk to your father.
Yeah, he
kind
would.
of
No, I don't like my father though. Yes.
Reylin, what kind of animals were y'all transporting?
Do I know what kind of animals we're transporting?
Yeah, they're hold on, I have it here. I think they're just they're Goliath griffins.
They're called Goliath griffins.
Specifically, they're onyx Goliath griffins.
Oh,
Are these particularly rare or expensive?
I doubt it. We, as far as I know, we
Well-
always do it.
Well, no, they're fairly valuable. But I mean, they're not rare. They're uncommon. You don't see them everywhere. They're usually used in construction, assisting in like raising up like very heavy payloads up to like higher places. You see them a lot in airships, so that they don't have to necessarily land the ship. They can just bring down the cargo.
Yeah, I don't think so. They're uncommon, but you wouldn't kill over an onyx.
Well, but they might, if they can get a big hit, and y'all were transporting several of them. Relative suspicion, but that might be my guess. But I might suggest that we make sure that y'all aren't carrying anything else very precious.
That's
If
what I
you
want to
are-
see.
That's why they're here.
And I'll see, walk with me, and I'll go find. Not Monty. I don't want to talk to Monty. The other lady. The dude. Manda. I'll go find Manda.
Monda. Okay. Monda is with a group of people. She's also kind of like grieving the two deaths now. Monda was very close to Dorn, but you find her amongst the group. She's kind of holding her daughter at the moment, a much smaller Tabaxi. But her daughter is not crying, just kind of confused and scared. And the fact that it's raining out here isn't helping.
Oh, Manda, I hate to be like this in the moment, but can I talk to you in private?
Yes, sweetheart, go back into the cart. I don't want to go. And she looks back around, fearing anything. It is fine. It's gone now. Go. I'll be right there. The little Tabaxi girl looks around and quickly moves towards one of the carts.
Sorry, I had to pull you away.
Yes. What is it, Reylin?
Do you know what we've been carrying in this caravan as far as deliveries go?
Normal assortments, livestock, foods, minerals, nothing precious that I am aware of.
Do you know if someone did a sneaky deal or anything? Talk to anyone before leaving? Any suspicious characters around?
I do not know. I'm sorry, Reylin.
It's fine. trying to figure out who would want to attack. I don't. My friend here thinks it could be for the Onyx, but I don't think they're that valuable to anyone.
We've been attacked before, Reylin, like bandits. I've just never seen anything like this.
Yeah, this was some why people call it the Silk.
The silk?
Yeah, this isn't a
Reylin,
small time thing.
quiet. Don't mess around with words like the silk. This isn't your small band. What did you call yourselves? Diane Krung? What was it?
The Dynam Trunk, but that's besides the point. It doesn't. This isn't about that gang. This is about the caravan. This is
what I'm saying. It is no small game. It is nothing to. If it is the silk, we are all in danger. Their motives aren't necessarily known.
That's fine.
We should move. We need to move. Is what we need to do.
I think we need to go back. I think you guys need to go back to the main wood camp. I don't feel it's safe for you guys to. I don't know the main camp is safe.
We're closer to Yulebreak at this point.
You might as well go there.
But in the storm, we cannot move. We need to refortify. But what if that thing comes back?
I don't know. I think everyone needs to stay together. I think we should find the biggest caravan we have and try to fit everybody reasonably around there. We don't need to be spread out anymore.
While this conversation is going on, Yeska.
Yes.
Yeska? No.
Uh-huh.
You kind of look. You're kind of looking out and about in the space, trying to. Well, actually, are you? What are you doing?
Kind of just listening.
Okay.
I don't know anything about this, so
Go ahead.
I'm trying to gain information.
Go ahead and roll perception again.
Oh my
8.
god.
8.
With an 8, you kind of start looking out into the tree line from where you're at. You don't see anything, but that sense, that feeling of being watched, it hasn't gone away. Not since like you first saw that the griffins had bristled and become alert. That sense of something watching you hasn't changed.
Reylin,
What is it, Yeska?
I think we're still in danger.
Yes. Why do you say that?
I have a feeling.
I'll trust you for now. So Manda, we need to gather everyone in the center. I'll try to figure out. Apparently we're being watched, and whoever needs to be drawn out.
I'll gather everyone, and she goes off and starts huddling and moving people towards a more secure location. Fires are lit, like lanterns are turned on, illuminating the space.
Do you know where you feel it from, Yeska?
I just feel like we're being watched.
Okay.
I want to look over at the griffins. What do they look like?
They're all hooded, so they have those things over their eyes,
Right.
but all of them are turned towards the tree line, still bristled and cautious.
I'll point over. I think it's in there.
In there, as in the griffins?
No, I'll point to the tree line.
Okay. It was like, okay. And Vasher's up there, Vasher is just in the clouds. Fine. Can you that light thing? How
Yeah.
many times can you cast it?
Any number.
I'll keep hold of it. Might try to blind whoever that was, so we can get an opportunity like you did me.
Okay.
Here's the thing. Can I theoretically limited telepathy the oxen?
What's the range?
It's 30 feet, but it has to understand one language.
It understands your language the same way a dog understands the language. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, okay. I guess
You can just you'll get the same amount of information as like you would just looking at it and its mood. You won't necessarily gain any new information.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Any information that you wouldn't gather just by looking at it.
Let's go about my
Did you
dad's
freeze?
place. Oh, huh? Did I?
Uh-oh. Does look like that.
That's not good.
Shit.
So we're down 2 players?
1 second.
Guess so.
Ah! No! What the fuck?
Bop, welcome back.
There we go. I don't know what the fuck happened.
It's all good. They just took a break.
Oh,
Brick.
The bricky. I like how my people are getting killed out the gate.
Wait, so
There's
where are y'all right now? You're
That little yellow spot?
on the
On the
road,
road,
or
yeah.
On the road.
so you found the dead people on the road?
No, they're my people.
Oh,
Yeah, no, we didn't
Paramount.
find any dead people on the road. We found the people and then they became dead.
Yes.
oh, they were not dead. Oh, I
Yeah,
missed
they
that.
were alive and then they were attacked by a silk agent who poisoned them.
I see.
Now we're gonna go kill him. Like the dog he is.
Like the motherfucker he is. Could turn my people into
I
raisins.
bet you Rengar's part of Silk, dude.
Rengar.
Oh, you'll see.
Mhm.
He has void eye.
That's my
That's
last
all,
name.
that's all the description you get.
Yeah, boy, that's what I need. Man. Can't do shit.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I'm trying to run Fall Guys on my laptop and it is so laggy.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Little hard to do. No. Oh, I was. Yeah, actually, if you watch me stream, I'm just gonna switch to the other computer.
Fair enough.
It can run Fall Guys better. I'll be.
Oh, hello.
And we back. And we back.
Well, hello there, motherfucker.
Classic. Blake and David are playing Among Us with David's
Among Us.
peoples.
Nice.
I'm watching the stream now. Yep. Blake was the killer.
Lady Blake.
He just killed Rustic.
Oh.
But Rustic finished his last task, so. Sounds like your session's done, boys. Good. It's a good one, dude. Good quick session, you know.
There was something.
It was, yep, 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
I should know he's gonna kill off people. A lot of people.
Yeah, you're next.
Just die session 0.
Isn't that your signature to almost die session 0?
Oh,
Didn't you and Jacob? Weren't you and Jacob close or something?
I don't know. We probably were close, but we ended with the entire building being burnt down.
Classic.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you know.
Me and Jacob session 0 building got burnt down.
Oh, yeah. I thought we were talking about a real life building. I was like,
Yeah,
you burnt a real life building?
Yeah, that's how
yeah.
you.
He
That's how you
channeled his
finish.
inner Merrick.
Mhm. You just gotta do what you do. You know? Potion seller. Oh, my dad's the potion seller.
Potion seller, I require your strongest potion.
Put you up the week. There we go. Yeska. You don't have a last name for me, so you're just Yeska. Weird human boy. How the fuck do you show on? Nope, there we go.
Oh, hey.
Sorry. My family came back with food.
Oh,
Nice.
Excellent.
Burgers, hot dogs, mac and cheese. It was amazing.
Salante.
And then I lost track of time. Sorry about that.
is it Vasher or Vasher?
I'm back.
Let me refresh my cameras so I can see you guys. 1 second. Can you guys refresh your cameras real quick?
Yes, sir.
Mine is. Let me try plugging it in again. It was just broken, so I just gave up. Which might mean I might need to start playing on my laptop.
I love this song. It's so calm.
Yes, for this
Yeah.
massacre.
It adds a weird level of gravitas, but I think we should change it.
Oh, that's nice.
It's kind of a decent morning song, like everyone's dead, you know?
Hi.
Oh!
Hey,
Yeah, you guys can
See a
you guys see
face.
me now?
I don't see anything. Let me refresh.
Emil, can you see me?
yeah, I can see you.
Alright. This is my new room. I don't think I've had my camera on. Yeah, since.
Very nice.
Actually,
Thank you.
I'm still blind.
It's super spacious.
So you start rotating. Unless you're flying.
Emil, when are we getting sponsors for these episodes?
Brought to you
As soon as
by-
people start watching,
Uh,
we need at least
When can-
1,000 followers.
when can we be sponsored by @BlueMoon?
How many bots can I make for 1,000 followers?
Oh, don't worry, Cameron. I can write a script for that. All I need is to figure out the API for Twitch.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, Twitch isn't the one that gives you. Can you get sponsorship for Twitch? I don't know how that works.
Well,
You get
yeah, you
sponsored
have to.
for anything.
That's true.
You have to have so many like followers and then subs or something like that.
Yeah. It's a nightmare. Let's see. Alright, you guys ready?
Yes.
Pretty as
I
spaghetti.
can't see anyone except for you though. This is weird.
I can see all of you, which is crazy.
I hate this thing.
Every time you refresh, though, I can't see you. You vanish for a while, and then you come back.
Interesting. Oh,
So-
I get to see Emil's beautiful face.
It is beautiful.
Yeah, Emil's got a handsome face.
I do, but only from straight on. If you look at it sideways, it's kind of like, eh.
I wouldn't say that.
You know, I get it. I'm the same way.
Mm-hmm. In any case, hold on, I'm trying to find something not so soothing.
Yeah, find us something a little more grim.
Heartbreaking.
Grim monolith.
The air of death scene. Let's go with that.
How about this one? Nope, that's too. This is playing. I can't hear it.
I hear it. Let me turn on my music. Oh,
I
there you go.
can't.
There it is.
I don't hear it. The music player's hit or miss on mine.
What if
Sometimes
we just
Plays, sometimes it doesn't.
I got it now. Oh, it's gone.
The thing is, all this music that I'm playing, I own the rights to, so we won't have any strikes on YouTube, Twitch, or anything.
Oh shoot. Okay, wait. Kill group. it My bad. Sorry, Emil.
Look what you've done.
Thank
No,
you.
that's fine.
Well, 'cause I was like, oh yeah, and then I kind of forgot that we were uploading these videos somewhere. Oops.
No, we'll use this for now. If I can find something more aggro, I'll do it later.
No, I think this is very tone.
So, all of you are kind of still in the rainstorm. The majority of the caravan has circled up much tighter and is quite a distance away from the road now and away from the tree line. All of you kind of followed along, trying to figure out what the next step of the plan is. At the last part, Yeska pointed towards the tree line, saying that whatever it was moved in that direction.
Well, two things. One, we're gonna need some protection, so we don't get hit with one of these needles.
You think I would ever get hit by one of these?
Man, you are 6 foot tall. You're an easy target, and you're glowing. Is he still glowing?
It's
Should
been
be.
over an hour, I'd assume.
Oh, has it? I don't.
No, it's been about like 30, 40 minutes so
Oh,
far.
okay. Then yes.
Yeah. Yeah, an easy target. Let my dad see that. Maybe he can see if there's a counter poison or some shit real quick. In the time we need before we leave,
So be it.
because we're going after this motherfucker.
Oh, absolutely. I literally cannot wait to kill this man.
Yeska, do you
Maybe
have
not the
anything you
best
need?
thing.
Anything I need? I have everything I need right here in my pack.
It's good to know. I guess we'll head to Pops' place.
Okay, you head to the potion like the potion cart. It is full of people now because everyone's trying to stay indoors. Um, so your father kind of like wades through and sees you at the door opening and says, um, come inside. We don't want to be out there too long."
Correct. Do you have any anti-venom anything for potion-wise?
Any what, sir?
Anti-venom anything.
Anti venom? Yes, I've a lot of it. Why?
We might need some because whatever hit. Also, keep it in stock and ready. Because whatever hit Rollo, it's injected and it hits hard. So anything
Injected how?
dart via dart.
Did you find it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
If you would, Vasher.
yeah. It looks like this.
You hand him the dart, and he starts looking over it, and he walks over to, going over a few people, and gets to his stand. He pulls a magnifying glass and lights a lantern above him so he can see it better. A few people are kind of pushing into him, and he's trying to stay stable while looking at it.
It's the mark of silk.
Yes. There's nothing in this.
Yes, it all
How-
got injected into the people that it hit.
Yeah, however it was injected, it removes all traces of it once it's injected.
We suspect it's a small syringe, but the poison unknown.
Yes, and there's no potion, no poison potion, or anything for me to inspect. Unfortunately, he hands back the dart.
Well, I guess we're going into this slightly unarmed.
He reaches into a box up above. He pulls it, and he kind of opens it and pulls out 3 vials and hands them to you, Reylin.
No, take them. What are these?
Anti-venom.
Okay, yeah, thank you. Now I'll give one to Yeska and Vasher.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I just drink this?
No,
Thank
just-
you. No, no, no.
Wait,
Not me.
how do we? Yeah, we wait, right?
I don't know how effective it'll be, but it may help.
Whatever. Do less than
Since I can't analyze what it was, I can't. This is more of a catch-all. Hopefully, it does something.
At the very least, it'll slow it down.
And Reylin, you threw your dagger earlier, right? I have a knife. I've never used it before.
Well, I would teach you
If
how to
you
use
want
that,
it.
but keep it with you just in case.
Just aim.
You don't need
Alright.
it?
I
Yes,
have.
I'm gonna
Vasher.
teach you a lesson real quick. All right, with a knife, you're gonna hold it like so, and just stab for their neck.
So Vasher picks up a knife, and in a room full of people, he starts gesturing the
No,
knife
it's
forward.
fine. It's fine. I'm controlled. I've been
A few mothers start pulling away their children.
Yeah, good. There shouldn't be children in this lab anyway. So
Why-
let them in.
We're Vasher, you're a giant man.
Oh,
I need you to have
anyways.
some.
look, just stab for our enemy's neck, or capture him with magic. I actually don't know what you do.
I don't want to hurt him. I can maybe capture him with my arms,
If you
but
need.
Yeah, if
How
you have a way to
big
bind,
is?
bind him.
How big is Yeska?
I mean, not super big.
Sure. Yeah, you do that.
Okay.
But if y'all need any supplies before we go out, I suggest you get them now.
I'm good to go.
I'm ready as I'll ever be.
Ready to roll.
If we're not back by the morning, Dad, I suggest you head to Yule Break without us.
That is dark. We're gonna be back by morning. Don't worry, sir.
I want to druidcraft again to see what the weather will be like for the next 24 hours.
You druid craft, and the same thing, a small cloud
Oh, it's still
appears,
rainy, huh?
and then trickles a bit of water onto your hand.
It looks like the storm won't clear up for
What is that? What? How did
the
you
rest
make
of
that
the
happen?
day.
What the hell
and
is
tomorrow. Just something Father Tommen taught me.
I'll send the rest of the caravan ahead, but I'll wait you here at least another day to make sure you get back.
All right.
I'll
Be
start,
safe.
yeah, I'll start
Be
walking
good.
out and grab a piece of cloth while I'm mowing.
Be careful.
Yes. May the mother keep you.
it? Of course.
The month of-
Blessings.
He
Oh,
nods.
if we don't return, and if we don't make it back to Yule Break, I don't know. Go find my aunt. I'll use quotes at the Morning Doe. I don't know. Just tell her I died. I don't know. We'll be back.
Oh, are we going to? Yes. If we don't come back, please tell Brother Marcus to go to the Habit Monastery. Father
Oh.
Tommen needs.
Since we're giving advice, tell Shaden I got held up.
I'll do as best as I can, but just
You
try
better
and
follow
come
those
back.
instructions.
Everyone
People
else
will
was
be worried.
doing it.
Anyways.
Good luck.
So you guys step out of the very cramped caravan, and you look around. The rest of them are also fairly full of people. Basically, anyone that can get inside has gone inside. You see that next to one of the campfires, most of the men have stayed out and they're just keeping watch. The majority looking towards the forest, some looking behind just to be safe. You notice that Poro is by the fire, still he's kind of just seated on a log next to a burning flame in the middle of the rain. You don't see his son anywhere. Possibly they've put him somewhere for the time being. Are you guys heading straight towards the forest?
I'll stop by Poro.
Hell yeah.
I'll put a hand on him to like, well, I'll get them back for this.
He kind of like puts his hand on yours.
And I'm off.
You guys start moving towards the tree line. As you move towards the trees, that sense of something watching you hasn't gone away. It's still present, but you don't see anything within the trees. So which one of you is leading the charge?
Not I, said the fly.
I guess it's Vasher then.
All right, roll a nature check for me.
Yeah, you biggest.
That is not optimal.
Do I spot my dagger? Or is this the same way that it ran before?
Nature. Oh boy.
Yeah, I'd say that a distance between the tree line and in a distance between the tree line and the caravan, there is a glowing dagger just kind of on the ground.
Okay. I shall.
Oh,
take
got
it.
a 9, so
Okay. So Reylin, you pick up the glowing dagger and kind of use it as a torch as you move forward. And Vasher, your armor is still glowing, so you're able to see fairly well in your immediate vicinity. And you walk up straight to where you dropped the sacred flame. That was right. That's what you did.
No green flame blade.
green flame blade.
Oh, I see. Where you dropped the green flame blade. You walk up to the scorch marks of where that hit, and the forest in front of you is daunting and dark. Though, it does save you from a bit of the rain that's kind of dribbling down at the moment. You guys start fording into the trees, and you start weaving through. Vasher, you're using the training that you've gotten with this kind of thing at the Yule Kai Fortress. But after maybe 15 minutes, your armor goes dark.
Yeska, would you mind relighting me?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
Wait, we might want to
Just relight them.
something more hideable.
Nope.
Yeah.
The
I'm
armor
a light in the
glows.
darkness, Reylin. That was part of my knight's oath. I will not stay hidden. I will bring justice.
Okay.
The armor begins to glow once again. Vasher, go ahead and roll a religion check.
We're like a beacon.
Oh, I'm a beacon in the night.
Not a beacon that we want right now.
11. Rolled very
11.
average today.
You as you're walking, you never did manage to get scabbard for your sword. You talked about it, but you never managed to find someone that had it. So you kind of been just kind of holding on to the hilt of the blade on your shoulders. And as you're walking in the straight forward, you feel a force from the blade move you, just nudge you to the left.
And I'll say, Zay, you got something to say, I'll follow. And I'll say, we're going this way. And I'll point, and we'll start walking that way. Oh,
The
Reylin?
sword just keeps nudging you in certain directions, moving
I'll
you
keep
around
following it.
trees and around obstacles that are directly in your path. Yeska and Reylin, go ahead and roll perception for me.
Eat.
Oh yeah, I forgot it doesn't. It's, 1 second. It closed everything. Edis.
Both of you notice that in the trajectory you guys are kind of like looping in. It looks like you're turning around and heading back towards the caravans.
Vasher.
Yeah, Vasher, are you sure this is the right
Up,
direction?
up. Trust the sword.
Why are we trusting?
I don't
an
even know
inanimate
your
object?
sword. He won't even
Yeah.
talk to me.
Well, I can't explain why it won't talk to who it does, but it spoke to me in the woods.
And you trust it.
Okay.
And I didn't have any of your onions, did I? So yes, I do trust it.
After another 15 minutes, you break through the tree line and you're back at the caravans.
Vasher, I swear, if
The
you're fucking
sword
with me.
with an 11, with a sword wanting to get you out of danger.
Oh, damn it.
So,
Well,
Vasher, do you think it came back? Do you see it?
I don't. Do I know that it wanted to take me out of danger?
You get the general sense, yes.
Why are we here?
Well, I think it might have been leading us away from danger.
That's
Let's
not-
think about. I'd like us to think about something real quick. Well, actually, I don't know. I'm not a wizard, so I can't say this for sure. How strong do you have to be to cast a magical darkness that can't be pierced by light?
I don't know.
I shouldn't
Is
assume
it
it's magical,
powerful?
but it might be stronger than what we're equipped for right now. We might just need to keep moving and keep these people safe. But honestly, my only importance is I kind of have some reason to get Yeska back to safety, so
Yeska, go ahead and roll a religion check.
Can do. Eat.
Yeah, you feel nothing.
Usually don't.
Reylin,
Oh god.
roll. Actually, with that perception that you rolled, you look back towards the tree line, and that feeling of something watching you is receding,
Whoa.
and you can feel the direction that it's moving.
Oh. What direction is it toward Yulebreak?
It's moving further into the forest.
Okay, further into the forest. Well, I can tell you one thing, Vasher. Your sword isn't good for shit in this situation, but whoever the thing was watching
don't you
us
talk. Don't you talk rude of my sword.
it led us back here. It's not what I wanted, but whatever we were going towards, it receded after we came towards it. So I don't know if it's all that powerful.
It's
looking,
probably a petty assassin that works for Silk.
which makes me think we can take it on. But
Well,
since your sword,
did.
you trust your sword.
Look, the sword hasn't done much yet, but it might be trying to save our lives. It might be able to sense something beyond what you and I can.
I don't really trust in those things.
Well,
Number one.
that's I'm a man of faith, Reylin, and I ask that you would be too.
Dasher, you feel your sword still pulling you towards the caravans.
Closer? Okay, well, I guess I'll follow it.
Okay. Roll a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah. Yeah. Ah!
You take 2 steps, and the earth underneath your feet opens up, and you fall.
What do you mean it opens up?
His sword led him to
Um,
sleep, did he?
Yeska and Reylin, you literally see Vasher move forward like 2 steps, and like a tarp pull away, and he just falls down a pit.
It's a
Where's
fucking
your
pit
sword
boss?
now?
I
Vasher,
don't know. Can I try?
Vasher, how did you dig down there?
How far do I fall?
Yeska, he
It's
fell.
roughly 20 feet.
Ah. Well, I guess I probably wouldn't be able to react fast enough. So, all right. Well.
You drop 20. You drop 20 feet onto fairly soft soil.
How did you dig down there, Vasher?
I didn't. This was here. I look around.
The sword stops, like giving you impulse to move in any direction,
Uh,
seeming to have found its target.
Okay. I look around.
You look around, and there's a small set of like a ladder that leads back up to where you were. And then there's a corridor. Looks human-made.
I
Man-made,
think
sorry.
it might have been leading me here.
Maybe
Oh.
a sword's worth something after all.
There's a ladder right here, and I'll point to it since I shone the light far
Thanks.
enough.
Vasher, from down here, you feel the presence of whatever that was much stronger.
All right, it's a good thing I got a lot of. I'd probably be behind total cover if I tried. So, all right. I feel the presence watching us. I think it had this tunneled position. I
You
think we
hear-
should follow the course.
You hear more of an echo as he's saying this, as you guys are still up above.
I don't know what you're saying down there. I'll come.
Just calm down. Calm down here.
I'll fireman pole the thing.
Are you, Yeska, are you falling?
Yeah, I'll go. I'll walk down the ladder normally.
Speed. Oh Jesus! Deep dark.
Uh,
Is this tower?
right where I thought.
Can you guys see?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna test out new dungeon rules.
I didn't read them, so what is
That's
the
fine.
relevant?
I'm gonna give you the quick rundown.
Great.
I need you guys to roll initiative.
Ah. You're gonna put me down here at the beginning. Jesus.
That's pretty deep.
Hey. Why are we the same?
Nice tiebreaker, dude.
I know.
What? Why do y'all both have 17 decks? Jesus.
Hey, what can I say?
Can you guys each move your tokens?
Yes.
Because Jake's stats are broken.
Yes.
Yeah, his stats
Okay.
are broken.
So just so you know, on your turn, you can move and do an action. Each turn lasts 10 minutes. I will. You can move up to your total movement speed in your turn.
So it takes us 10 minutes to move 30 feet?
Yeah, cautiously.
Yeah,
Oh,
slowly.
You can move double that cautiously, just running.
Sure.
Seems kind of slow.
Yeah,
That's okay.
perhaps I'd agree, but that's fine.
Okay.
Again, this is just a trial run of this.
Yeah, that's fine.
So these doors is just a corridor.
This is where you guys entered from, right here.
Okay. This is a door,
Okay.
huh?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess you'll start.
Yeah, I wouldn't let the newborn go into the world like this. It'd be bad on my conscience if you. Okay, I'll move. Oh, that's a good eye effect to the what seems to be a door.
Okay. You checking the door? What are you doing?
I'm going to. Yeah, I'll check the door.
Okay. Go ahead and roll investigation on the door.
You know, I should have had intelligence as one of my things since I am the rogue, but I didn't.
Oh, you're playing another rogue?
12.
With the 12, you kind of start patting down on the door. You do see that there is some kind of tripwire currently attached to the hinges of the door. You can go ahead and roll a sleight of hand to try and disarm it.
That's where I come in. Oh, 25.
Oh baby.
Holy crap!
Well, easily enough. You've seen these kind of trips before. It's usually some kind of alarm, not necessarily a trap. As you kind of like unwire it and unspool it, the door kind of swings open on its own. Seemingly, someone's already been here.
Someone's a little bit cautious, aren't they? It's all gone. Yeah, you said one action, right?
Yeah, so that was your action and your
Yes.
movement.
Yeah, that's it
Yes,
for
go.
me.
Vasher, what is this place?
This is I'm not sure. I think it's a position for those silk agents to attack people on the road. We might want to be careful.
Okay. I'll Reylin, do you know what this is?
It looks like a coward's hideout to me. Not hideout, but more like a getaway.
Well, I don't know anything about these people, so I'll stay behind you two.
Sounds-
I guess I want to look around.
Look around.
Do you want to look around?
Look around.
You want to look around the next corridor, or because the door is open?
I'm gonna stay near the other two, but I just want to inspect, like, what does this place look like? Is there anything of interest here?
Okay. Go ahead and roll just perception, and then you can step 1 cube forward.
Do I want to step 1 cube forward? I could.
Oh, maybe
Okay.
not. Bye,
It's,
Yeska.
it's more like peering down the hallway. It's not necessarily like,
Oh, I
you-
see.
yeah. It's more so you can like look down the hallway and see what's going on down there. So the construction of this looks like it's been a dug tunnel. There are wooden supports on the walls and a few torches that allow for just like light illumination. It also looks like it hasn't been used in a long time. There's plenty of cobwebs, spider webs, and all that kind of stuff. A lot of dust that's pretty settled. And that's all you manage to notice in this space.
Doesn't look like anyone cleans here.
That's putting it lightly.
Anyways, go ahead.
Well, call me Point Break. 5, 10, 15, 20. I'll step into this. Ooh. I'll step forward to here. And I'll.
Oh.
Do I see anything that looks like a trap, like on the floors or on the walls?
Roll investigation. With a 7, it looks like just sturdy boards all the way down. You do notice that on the walls themselves, there are like inscriptions and writings. You can't discern them though. Do you know thieves can't?
I don't have my rogue class yet, so no, I do not.
Yeah. So unfortunately, you can't understand what's on the walls.
Reylin, you disarmed this trap. You might be able to read what's on this wall. Hell, even Yeska, you're a scholarish person. I don't know.
Maybe.
I mean, I guess. Oh.
And that's my turn. So
Okay.
back to Reylin.
Reylin, what do you want to do?
I'll step through to see what's popping in here. What is this text you're talking about?
On the wall.
You see on the wall, there's several different like inscriptions and writings scratched throughout this corridor.
Does any of it stand out?
Do you know thieves can't?
I do.
If you're a
You do?
rogue, you do.
A few of the inscriptions and writings just give general directions of like what it's leading to. One of them says drop zone.
Drop zone. Oh. Well, seeing as this is drop zone, I'm guessing we want to follow these arrows. Our target's probably looking towards there.
I'm sorry, did you use the word drop site?
Yes.
Oh my god.
So we're probably going to be going to abandon these people. And that was
It's
what,
fine.
5?
That's fine. We'll win this time. We'll kill them all.
I'll kind of just. I'll go right here, kind of just making sure they're still in arm's length of me, and now
Okay.
that should yeah. So actually, since the cloth I grabbed, did I use my action?
No, since it was an assisted action to Vasher.
Okay. I shall bring my cloth out that I picked up from Pops' place, and I shall. Did I see the insignia of the silk, or did he describe it to me?
Yeah, it's been described to you.
Okay, I'll try to do a rough of that with prestidigitation. I'll kind of weave my hand around the cloth and try to make that insignia on it.
Okay. And it'll last for about an hour, just being on the cloth.
Yeah.
But yeah, the cloth has the insignia of the silk as described to you.
And I'll put it in a pocket for later, and that's the end of my turn.
Okay, Vasher. Oh, sorry. Yes, your turn.
Yeah.
Yeet. You know, looks normal to me. I'll just walk up to Reylin. I don't think I have any action I'd like to perform, so I'm finished.
Okay. Vasher.
All right. I'll walk right here.
Okay.
That'd be my turn. As actually, I'll inspect the door too.
Sure. Roll investigation on the door.
Hey.
Wait, what the hell?
Throwback. You pulled
That's
a
even
me.
correct.
Did you put a space first?
I must have by accident.
Doesn't
That's
look like
frustrating. That wouldn't have been a 4 otherwise.
With a
4.
with a 4, you can't really tell anything like specific about the doors in front of you.
Great.
Yeska? I'm sorry, Reylin.
I shall move. Yep, to the door, and since I don't trust his eyes, because he didn't know these can, I'll investigate the door too.
I wouldn't fucking trust these eyes either.
Roll investigation.
Somehow this is my worst stat, but somehow I'm doing pretty good. Not worst.
With a natural 20, you do see that at the top of the doors, there is kind of a bar that if you had swung open the doors, it would have pulled down. You kind of detach that section of the bar, and you see directly above you a support beam kind of lock in place. Now it's not going to drop the entire ceiling on you.
Okay, I was like, damn, wait. Okay, I guess using my movement, I will kind of gently go through the door.
Okay. You kind of push open the door. You can take step 1 Cuban.
Okay. Roomy.
It looks like a large room on the interior. There is a fireplace that's currently burning on the far side. You see a door directly opposite to where you are right now. This smells fairly musky. And you're not entirely sure where the fire is going to, since you probably would have seen it up above. There's a table in the middle of that carpet. And that's all about you can see from this perspective.
Okay. That shall be the end of me.
Yes, go.
What a strange place. Is it safe in here, Ray? Oh, it
Yeah, sure, come
sure
in.
is.
Yeah, you also see the large room. Go ahead and roll perception for me.
Oh, can do.
With a 16, you see another door over here. You see a door here.
Who made this?
I'm guessing the silk.
If I had my stone cunning, you would know.
Sure, it's dirt.
How did they
It's
dig this out?
devious.
And how did they bring all these things in?
Patiently, I'd say.
Dasher, you're up.
I'll walk to there. I'll survey the room, see everything else that they saw. Yep. Well, so I'll dash, I guess, for my action.
I'm gonna say, to be able to make this a little faster, double movement and then an action.
Okay,
Okay.
great. I guess I'll come over to this door, and I'll investigate it.
Okay, you can step one more cube forward if you want.
Oh, it's an open doorway?
No, there's a door. It's just a little further in.
Right,
Oh.
now I'll investigate it.
Yeah, go ahead and roll.
Oh my fucking
investigation.
god.
You're gonna die.
Why?
It looks like a simple door.
I don't know. I've perceived that before, but the other two had traps on them. So I'm just gonna call over to Reylin. Come check out this door. I don't want to die. I don't want to look stupid.
Okay,
If that's how I died, then God, that'd be embarrassing.
Reylin.
Did the drop site point towards that door?
Roll investigation.
Okay, because if it didn't, you're gonna get yourself killed, and I don't want to be there. 11.
11. You see a couple more insignias on the walls. From this door here, you see the word prison scrawled above the door.
Interesting.
Next to this, you see den just scratched onto the side. And then over here, you see another scratch that says storage.
Den, storage, prison. Interesting. You know, since I'm here, and they 100% took something from me, I feel it's only fair to do the same. And I'll come over to storage, and I shall make sure nothing's on the door guarding it.
Okay. As you walk over the carpet, the entire thing begins to spin and move, and it grabs onto your foot.
Interesting.
Oh, hello.
So your foot is now stuck in the carpet.
Shit. Is there anything
yeah.
on the ceiling?
Yeska, you watch as the carpet begins to like twirl around his foot and pull him down slightly.
Reylin, is that supposed to happen?
No, it's not. Yeska.
Can you climb out?
Give me 1 second. Is there anything on the... anything grabbable around here?
No. You see the table starting to slowly sink into the carpet as well.
I knew I should have grabbed my fucking whip. Tar. Is the entire floor sinking?
Thank you.
Nope, just where the carpet is.
Okay, then I'm stabbing to the nearest... I'm stabbing my short sword into the nearest, like, stable ground if I can reach it.
Okay. Go ahead and roll strength for me.
Oh, Jesus. You would do straight. 7.
You strike down, and what looks like mud flooring
Thank you.
just clashes, and there's just a few sparks on the ground.
Yeska, a little bit of help, and that's probably the end of my turn.
Yeska, your turn.
I don't know what to do.
Go grab the oof. Vasher.
I'm pulled out.
Roll strength.
One.
Yeah, you successfully pull him out of the carpet, but the carpet did not like that.
Jesus, you're strong. Oh, hello.
What the
Is it
fuck?
supposed to do that?
Is this so
The carpet like
wild?
whips up and stands kind of like on the back part, almost like a serpent. The tassels begin to like encroach on your guys' face.
Vasher, little help.
What's
I'll
happening?
kind of bat at it with
Go,
my
shoot,
hand.
shoot.
Okay. Now I need you guys to roll initiative again.
Another initiative.
What? I'm best.
Hey, I went up
And I'm
one.
pissed because I'm Twitch.
I went
Mine didn't change. That's a good thing, but it's
Yeah,
weird.
that's a good thing.
You're so burpy today.
That's because I'm having a nice blue moon.
How the damn?
The carpet has a higher initiative.
Y'all got
Uh,
fucked.
And the carpet is faster than you.
Okay. So, Reylin, You just managed to pull yourself out of the carpet, and it starts to like slither in your direction. What do you want to do?
I didn't see anything about it. So, first, I'm gonna kind of back way to the storage a little bit. Kind of, I'm gonna whip out the cloth I had and see if it has any effect on it to show the insignia.
You pull out the insignia of the silk towards the carpet, and it being a carpet doesn't seem to comprehend what you're doing.
I had to give it a chance just in case it was insignia activated or some shit.
I know all we had to do was try.
So, yeah, Yeska, you fought one of these things before, as I'm still inching backwards towards the exit.
No.
Reylin, go ahead and roll a dexterity saving throw for me.
Ah, shit. 22.
Oh.
22. You kind of trip on your feet, and like you kind of fall back, but you manage to stable yourself on the wall. But when you do, the wall vanishes.
Ah, shit. Here we go again.
What did he trip on?
My fleet.
On the ground, there looks like a weird root that's kind of grown out of the dirt.
Okay.
Yeska, looking around, you see more of those roots just around the floor.
Okay.
What do you want to do, Reylin?
Oh. Well, this hallway has an end, right?
There is a second wall that you're like standing next to at the moment.
You know, it's
It seems like you can see light coming out of the wood, though. So there's definitely something behind it.
it's hidden, so I'm going in. Jesus.
Oh, okay. So okay. So you push, and the entire thing kind of rotates.
Nice to know. Is it just, is it clear?
As far as you can tell.
I'm gonna stop here for now. I seem to be safe, so.
Okay. Next up is the rug of smothering. So Reylin ran away, and Yeska, you're the only target.
Oh yeah, that'll happen sometimes.
Gonna move 5 feet, and now it's going to.
Reylin, it's getting closer.
Gonna attempt to smother you.
All right.
So I need you to make a Yeah, it's gonna go ahead and make a contested strength check. So go ahead and roll strength for me.
You're brawny. Never mind.
14's fine.
Okay.
That's average.
So sorry, it's not
Below
contested.
average.
You just need to break the DC on it. So
It's just a check. How strange. Okay.
no, it's a saving throw. I
Oh,
misspoke.
well, then plus
but-
2 more.
Yeah, then you definitely broke out of its bind. As it tries to wrap around you, you manage to like pull away, and just kind of rip it off of you. And that's its turn. Vasher, you're up.
So Emil, I kind of beamed earlier when I breathed ice on the squirrel. Did I lose my breath weapon over that?
Yeah, you did.
Alright, never mind. Alright, well, since I don't have my breath weapon, I will do
You
the
know
very
that.
Vasher thing, very Xander thing of taking a nice fat swing at it.
Go for it.
Bah! Oh my fucking god.
Wow.
Alright,
that
pass my
is-
turn.
Does not hit, unfortunately. As you begin to swing in this direction, the entire thing like moves around your blade. Jessica.
Boing, 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 boing.
Oh, Vasher, thank goodness. Should I hit it too?
Yeah, hit it. Yeah, just fucking do whatever you can to it. I don't know.
Oh.
There's no neck for you to stab into, but just
Yeah.
start.
I'll
cutting
draw
it
my
up.
dagger and I'll stab it in the neck.
Okay, you stab into what you think is the neck. Go ahead and roll. To hit.
You said to hit.
Yeah.
This is the
Yeet.
neck, right?
Yeah, that definitely hits. Roll damage. You have a +6?
I have a plus
Yeah.
5.
Rather plus
6
six.
damage.
Okay.
Piercing damage.
6 points of piercing damage, is that what you said?
Yep.
Okay.
We do get really good things up.
Did I do
Fair
that
enough.
right? Reylin, are you gonna help?
Do I hear this?
Yeah, it's not a thick wall.
Yeah, just trying to look at something real quick.
What?
As Yeska, you tear into the carpet pit. It doesn't roar because it's a carpet, but it moves in a way that seems aggressive. You cut a nice hole into the carpet. Next up is Reylin.
Alright, I'll go over to this side. Wherever the fuck you call it. Revolving door back through, hopefully.
Yep, it spins around and you're able to get out.
Oh, there you are.
Sorry, walls and things, and I'll try to cut the carpet. Sorry.
Go for it.
Okay, let me just roll this real quick. 15 hits.
Yeah. The hits.
How do I think it decide them? I don't know how to, 1 second. I don't know how to
damage.
Click on short sword. Click on short sword.
Ah, 9.
There you go. Oh, what?
Nice. That's insane.
Oh, no, I'm not a swashbuckler. Actually, if does it count as sneak attacks? Do I have advantage on the strike?
No, you don't currently have advantage on it.
Okay, yeah, then that's just raw. 9.
Okay.
And I do not have. I have my dagger though, so I'm going to use my bonus action to weapon fight.
All right, go for it.
And let me dagger. I think dagger is without the modifier, right? And weapon is without the modifier.
Yeah,
Right.
no modifier.
Okay, so this is going to be a -5. So.
No. The hit you still get the modifier. The damage you do not.
Oh, okay. So that's
Yeah,
21
so that only hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
dagger. So this is -3. So 4.
Cool. As you slash in, the carpet looks frayed and pretty messed up now that you guys have gotten a couple of really good slashes into it. It's looking hurt.
Never fought a carpet before.
Next up is the rug. It's going to attempt to smother Yeska again.
Eat.
So go
Strength
ahead. Yeah, please.
Eat.
Yeah, you manage to break out of its embrace as it begins to spin around you and try and hold you. You manage to push away. Okay. Next up is Vasher.
And I will swing. And
Swing.
Miss again. Ah.
Hey, that hits. We'll go and roll damage.
Bop. 10.
10 points of damage. Very nice. As you slash another big gash into the carpet, it's looking really rough.
That's it.
Next up is Yeska.
Eat. 24 to hit.
Definitely hits.
Do you have a
as-
dagger?
As it grabs onto me, I wanna kind of wildly flail my dagger at it, or eat 5 points of damage.
5 points of damage. How do you want to do this?
Oh. I want to kind of be kicking it off of me and just slashing at its tassels. Just cut the tassels off. And
Okay.
then cut it straight down the middle.
You guys watch as the thing's about to wrap around Yeska. Yeska does a Link-style spin attack, cutting off all 4 tassels and doing 1 slash down the middle. It looks like it was completely at random. It was just doing a wild cut, but it looked really cool from your perspective.
What the fuck? How did he do that?
Are you? That's
The carpet
No.
falls. The carpet falls back, and it is no longer moving. It's just a carpet.
I'll walk over to Yeska and just like fucking give him a big ass pat on the back. You did some work there.
Do all carpets do that here?
Yeah, as far as I know, no.
Okay. I guess let's get back to looking.
Alright.
We'll keep the same initiative that we just did.
There's a hidden door here if anyone wants to investigate it with me.
I
sure.
suppose that I would.
Is it my turn?
No, you just went, so it is now. Raylin's turn.
10, 15, 20, 40. Actually, I would stop around here to be safe. Do I see anything else inside here that could be suspicious?
Roll investigation for me.
Jesus. So many tabs. Ah, it's a 12.
Well, 12, you don't see anything. It looks like another revolving door in front of you.
To the straight or to the right?
Directly in front of you.
Okay, I'll wait here for them to
Okay.
come.
Vasher, you're up.
And Vasher will follow.
Also, very nice work, Camille.
Yoink.
What was that?
Very nice work with the map.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
absolutely. So this is a switch door? Question mark.
It's a revolving door. Like
It's a revolving door.
How do I get it to activate? I'll just push on it.
You push on the door, and it begins to turn. Immediately, a wire snaps off the
God.
top,
Damn it.
and you hear a series of.
I shouldn't have told you not to touch anything.
Probably.
Then you hear a.
God damn it.
Something hissing in the next room.
No, if I wanted to die, this is not how I wanted to do it.
Has the door started revolving yet?
Yeah, it's open now. You can see into the other room if you want to take a step forward. I don't know if you can see in there or not.
So you can only if you like move into it.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. You can take a step forward to see what's going on.
I guess once I start hearing the hissing, I'll just start walking back. I think about that much.
You motherfucker.
And that's my turn.
Good to know. Yeska, it's your turn. You hear a bing, boom.
Because it's an off a Rube Goldberg machine.
Pretty much.
And then you see from this corner right here, a small gas begins to emanate. It's a bright green color.
Is everything okay in there?
No,
No.
we probably need to leave this area.
Yeah, probably not in here either. Weird cloud, green cloud. Also, you guys should come back out.
Did you say you
Oh.
said green? That's bad.
Start
Yeah,
walking
green cloud,
back
never good.
a few paces, but I'll wait to see if they come out.
Okay, Reylin.
Oh, I'm booking it. Look at Yeska.
I'll point.
We might. You might want to pop your venom in a second. So that was 40.
Oh,
50,
that's what this is
60,
for. I'll pull it out of my.
No,
well,
not-
I guess it's not my turn.
40, 50,
But I'll pull it out of my bag.
and I'll it's like let's start heading to the thing. Hopefully, it clears up along the way. If not, we might die.
Vasher, your turn.
I have a thing to do. I have a goal.
So do I. So there's this green cloud emanating from here.
Yep. At the top of your turn, since you're the one that activated it,
Whoops.
Mm.
Don't drink the anti-venom until the circle is on top of you. That is for
What circle?
something else. The cloud. Better, asshole.
Sorry.
Fuck off. I'll investigate this door again.
okay, go ahead and roll investigation.
Why? Whatever.
So
I'm
the vibe, it looks like a
opening this
door.
one
It
too.
has some kind of doorknob on it.
Joink, I open it.
The door opens.
Alright! I walk like probably this far in. That looks about right.
Okay.
Follow
You-
me! And then I
corridor.
keep walking through.
Opening the door and moving through doesn't seem to have done anything.
Great! And I'll walk this way. Walk this way.
Okay, sounds good. Yeska.
Wait, you're going deeper?
You're damn
Isn't
right
this
we
where
are.
bandits live?
Follow.
I'll pull my robes over my face, even though I have a mask at all.
Well, we better all have masks in this
Oh, I
climate.
can go pretty far.
I hate you.
Um,
And then
What do I
there's
say here?
one.
just a corridor?
It looks like a hallway of some kind.
Does look like that, doesn't it? I guess I'll look around. I'll investigate. What does this hallway look like?
Go ahead and roll investigation for me.
Sure can. Eat. 15.
Okay, with a 15, this hallway has is now, instead of being like dug out of dirt, this entire space looks like it's just made out of stone. It doesn't look like it looks like it was built. At least this section of wherever you're entering into looks like it has been completely like constructed into something. And then you also notice that here, with a 15,
Where's here?
I'm drawing it real quick.
Oh.
I can't see shit.
A couple of the tiles in that section look completely different from the rest of the hallway.
Wow, they really must have taken them ages to build this. Vasher, don't step on that.
Don't step on what?
Oh my word, I need to watch.
Those tiles, they look kind of weird.
Step on weird-looking tiles?
If you want to,
No, I won't.
you
Don't
think
worry.
that's best?
No, it's
I'm
definitely
done.
not.
Okay, Reylin, your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna come and run through. I'm gonna kind of glance at the door to make sure nothing was set off as I'm rushing through.
Roll investigation.
Ah, yes. 6.
Normal door.
Ah, yes. I totally trust that you checked this thoroughly before you got in here. 34. Alright, I'm up to here. What are we waiting for? Is there something else here?
Oh yeah, don't go any further.
I'll stop in my tracks.
Those tiles look weird.
These right here. Okay.
Yeah.
Vasher, at the top of your turn, the circle has expanded to the fireplace.
We're not getting out of this one, boys.
And you guys hear from behind as the space near the fireplace detonates. Yeska, you're in half cover.
Okay.
We're gonna get
Yeah.
blown.
No, we're fine.
You're in half cover, so this entire section over here has been blown to smithereens. Yeska, you are unharmed.
I don't think we can see it.
That's fine. That's the whole point. You're in another room.
Yeah.
Well, but the doorway's open.
I figure Reylin
You
closed it.
You still wouldn't be able to see it.
Okay.
It's shattered.
All right. Well,
That's for my own education there. All right. Yeah, but Vasher, it's your turn. You do hear a massive explosion in the other room.
that's fine. I'll get up to here and then I'll yump over the tiles.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an athletics check for me.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I figure there's a check associated with this. Alright.
20?
Yump.
Yeah, you managed to hop over there, no problem.
And then can I investigate this door?
Yeah, go ahead and roll investigation.
Alright. 11?
With an 11, you look at the door, it looks weird. Doesn't look like a standard door. You can't exactly tell why, but there's something odd about it.
Reylin, last time I opened a door, it caused that explosion back there. So I'll walk back over here and be like, I'm ready to catch y'all when you jump over.
I don't.
Just jump to me. Jump over the space. Jump
I
to
don't.
me.
You should move back one. So if you don't catch us, you don't fucking die.
Okay, whatever.
Yes, good. It's your turn.
All right. How much movement? Oh, that's only 30. Hey, yeet. I'll walk over, not walk. I'll run, and then I'll run on the wall over the
Hey, that was my
What the
move.
fuck?
That was my
Okay.
move.
You monk run on the wall and you make it to the other side.
I hate you.
Easy peasy. That wasn't so hard.
What the hell? What?
So I guess that was 10 more feet. So I got 20 more feet. I'll
Yeah.
walk up to the door.
Okay.
Have you guys been looking at these?
I have.
I'll look at it. I don't know what I'm looking for. What am I looking for?
Looking for traps, anything that's not ordinary for a door.
All these doors look weird.
Maybe something that's too ordinary, actually.
But I'll try to search it.
Okay, go ahead and roll investigation for me.
Hey.
With a 20, you see a small dial that's set into the handle. And there is a red gem in the center of it. The dial is set, and you can tell that if you touch the exterior of the dial, it'll like set in and something will happen.
Why is the outside world so strange?
X2.
I don't know what this is. Someone come look at this.
This is a Reylin problem.
I'm
Reylin, you're up.
Seeing what my boy Yeska did, I'm not going to do that, and I'm going to try to like parkour, dive, roll it.
Okay, go ahead and roll an acrobatics check for me.
Can I assist him?
Yeah, I'm gonna say with it because Vasher's
22.
assistant.
Oh,
24.
Oh,
yeah, you got
24.
plenty.
Yeah, easy enough. You dive, roll, and Vasher stops you before you like crash onto the other side.
Alright, thank you for the help.
Excellent jump. No,
Nah.
beautiful framework.
Thank you. I try hard, and I'm gonna move over to Yeska. And let me see this. Wait, Tim, what you find?
A dial with a stone. I don't know.
Is there any thieves cannon around here?
Yes, on the wall opposite where you are, you see just one word: detonation.
Oh, well, Yeska, don't touch that dial.
Didn't plan on it.
Well, this makes me think we fucked up and we should have gone the other way. Does the door look like it has any other way to open it?
Roll investigation.
Ah, yes, 7.
With a 7, you notice that it is a similar door to the rotating ones.
I want to try to like stretch up and kind of like push the top and
Yeah.
furthest away from the dial as I can be.
Yeah, so you kind of push against the door and it rotates open. Looks like it's supposed to trick people to grabbing the doorknob instead of...
I'll yell through it. Don't touch the dial.
Okay.
Touch the dial.
Oh Jesus! Are we rotated to the other side?
Yeah, the door has rotated open, so you can walk through.
Open. Okay. It's there. Seems
Okay.
clear for here.
Vasher?
All right. I will follow through. Oh, what the?
Hello.
Wait, what all do I see in this room?
So you walk in and you see a massive room with a fireplace on the other opposite side. You see stacks on stacks of wine.
Stacks on stacks.
Of wine?
Yeah. Just a bunch of racks. For the
I go
purposes
grab
of
a
this,
bottle off the shelf and I read the labeling.
yeah, for the purposes of this, I didn't make it so like there's millions of rows of wine. I just put them on the edges.
Yeah.
But the entire room is just full of wine. You pull off from the stack one of the bottles. It's incredibly dusty, and it's a vineyard from the Gold Consortium, not even from Sephiria.
Does it have a year?
Roll a history check.
What do you mean roll a history check?
Oh yeah, because there's certain it.
17.
17. The Gold Consortium, while they do keep track of the age, they usually keep it in a ledger, and they keep a coded cipher on the bottles so that they know for sure if it's a legitimate bottle. This bottle, instead of an age or name, it has a cipher on the label, but it is one of the vineyards from the Gold Consortium.
I'll pocket the bottle, I guess.
Sure.
Do any of the ciphers match?
They all match. They seem sequential.
So
But
they're all the
this-
same number, or they're all incremented by 1?
Incremented by 1.
Yeah.
With that history check, you remember that there was a big heist at the Gold Consortium roughly 12 years ago.
Oh, man.
All right. Well, I'll put a bottle in my bag. I mean, I guess I'll take it back for later. Is that everything in this room?
That's illegal.
That's you use your action to decipher the bottle.
All right, well, pass turn.
Good. Yes, go.
So you guys did this, and I'll push the door.
Yep. And I mean, it's open right now. You can walk through if you want.
Oh, okay. Huh. This is a lot of wine.
You drink?
Not yet.
Glad to hear it.
Is there anything else in this room?
Go ahead and roll perception.
Yeet.
Eat.
With an 11, you see the insignia of the silk above the fireplace. There, directly in front of the fireplace, there is a small stand, and there's a box on top of it.
Is the fire going?
Yep.
That's how you ruin wine right there.
I'll move 5 feet, so it's probably about 55 more. Ah, close. There's a stand with a box on it, huh?
Yep.
Reylin, you might want to check this out.
All right. So, Reylin, you're up.
Coming right over. Is this total movement? While I'm heading over to Yeska, does it look like there's stuff the only entrance into this room?
Yes, it does seem that is the only entrance into the room. As you stand next to Yeska, you hit something.
Ow. Get the fuck? I'll kind of like reach out my hands and see what the fuck I hit.
As you reach out your hand lands on something soft. And you like kind of grope at it a little bit, and it feels like cloth.
Oh.
In thin air, in like midair.
Why not? Fuck, I'm yanking it.
I'm sorry. My bad. Let me grab you. My bad. You yank the cloth, and you feel heft to it, like there's something there.
Like a person.
About to punch it.
Cast the invisibility.
Once again.
Maybe all my things.
I don't know why this is being so finicky.
It's my dad. Somehow wound up here. He's taking a bath.
Reylin does a 25 hit.
Holy shit, yeah!
Shabbat.
Just fling me across the room. Jeez. This is gonna hurt.
Oh yeah, it's gonna hurt.
Oh, this is probably a cannon or something. Oh,
You
God.
take 4 points of piercing damage. As whatever you're holding onto has now stabbed you through the shoulder.
Wow. Jesus, buy me a drink first. Fuck.
It didn't get sneak attack because you found it first.
Harry Potter? What the fuck are you doing here?
Harry Potter.
As a masked man with like very dark skin, bright red eyes, and long white hair is standing in the room now.
Well, hello there. I was thinking what I'm looking for.
On his neck, just barely visible above the cowl, that kind of like twines up to around the ear, is a spider web made of white ink that's been tattooed.
Jesus, you're something to look at, aren't you?
Boy, what the?
You said he was what color?
It's not exactly black. It's like a it's
Ebony?
like a dark gray,
Okay.
pointed
Graphite?
ears.
Ah, dark gray. Pointed ears. Okay, thank you.
And then he, as you're kind of like struggling with a blade currently drawn through your chest, you hear him say, "You're not supposed to be here."
Never
You're
should've
not supposed to either.
You're correct. But someone had to test the formula. Would you also like to test the formula?
I'll test it on you.
For his bonus action, he's going to reach back to the box.
Ah,
on the
shit.
pedestal. He's going to flick it open, and there's 2 darts currently seated in there. He pulls one out, and he's going to stab you in the neck with it.
Ah, shit!
Action? What the fuck, Emil?
I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Could have been Yeska. Constitution saving. Oh, 21!
With a 21, the plunger drops into your neck, and that green flame, Yeska, you see this green flame appear around Raylin's neck and then vanish.
So that's what he reached into the box on the stand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Reached into the box on the stand and plunged one of the darts into his neck, and then Reylin, it had no effect.
Jesus Christ! Ah, is that the sting you gave my friend there?
I need you guys to roll initiative.
Jesus
Okay.
Christ!
What?
Oh my God! All being said, Yeska probably could have gotten through it
This time it was better.
easier.
Vasher, did you delete your token?
I somehow sure did delete my turn order. Never done that one before.
Yeah, just the-
my
just the
token's
turn
still
order.
there.
I just re-added your token.
Yeah, you delete.
It was
How did I
definitely
do
not there.
that?
And also, why is your initiative 1? Oh, there we go.
Give me one
Yeah,
second.
it was a mistype. Yeah, but it's 19.
Okay. Let me change the music to something more upbeat.
Sorry, I had a serious headache.
No, that's fine.
That's the worst.
Boy, I could have died right here. That would have been lovely.
You still might die right here.
I
It
mean,
ain't over
yes,
yet.
potentially.
It never should have come here.
Okay. Top of the round, Vasher. You see some stranger just appear in front of Reylin and stab him in the chest and in the neck.
I'm not sure if my game is bugged, but I cannot grab my token.
No, just because it's new. Assign it to you,
It's assigned to you.
Oh, am I?
Restart?
There, I reassigned it to you.
Also refreshed my roll 20.
Oh, that's not good.
Alright. Shit! Uh-oh. Do our flanking rules the same, Emil?
That was 40 feet. Can you move
Oh,
40
shit.
feet?
I sure can't. I didn't. Well, I spawned in the middle of the room.
No.
When I saw it. So.
You were here.
Okay. All right. Actually, I was back here, more
Yeah,
specifically.
Yeah, that's fine.
So I will go here then, and then Eldritch Blast this hoe.
Okay. You kind of point in his direction. You feel this strange energy like pull through you as you aim towards the assailant.
Yeah, pulling on some magic I'm not quite sure how I have. I'll stick my hand out, Iron Man style, and blast him. Oh my god.
What, dude?
And I'll blast him. 15.
15. 15 hits. Roll damage.
Alright. 3 points of damage.
3 points of damage.
Phew.
A bright ray of golden light flies out of your hand and smacks him directly in the forehead. And he pulls his head back down and looks
And I
directly
say-
at you.
Bring it on. And I'll pass my turn.
Okay, next up is the assassin. He is going to bonus action disengage.
Oh, one of my people.
Okay. Then he's going to attack.
I didn't
Does
hit
a
it.
21
seriously.
hit.
There's a 21 hit. A 21 sure will hit.
Okay. You take 6 points of piercing damage as this blade cuts directly through your chainmail. This is preposterous. Do you really think you can take on the Silk, especially one trained as I am?
I've already killed 3 of your order, and I'll kill you too.
If you had killed 3 of our order, then you would have been recruited a long time ago. As it stands, I doubt you killed anyone of consequence. However, I, Randall, am of consequence.
Is that a B or a D?
Beta.
Ah, that's an R.
Lanaval.
Here, if it's easier. And that is his turn.
Does
Yes.
he look like a human?
He does not. He looks more elven than anything else.
Does he look like a human to me?
I mean, you've seen elves. The closest approximation is an elf.
Yeah, but they kind of look like humans. Reylin, are you okay?
Yeah, yeah. Somewhat.
Hey, leave Vasher alone.
Stop it.
My eyes will begin to well up and start to softly glow gold, and I'll rage.
Okay.
Ain't not rage.
Your rage? I'm sorry. Wait, what?
Exactly.
And I'll look at my dagger, look at him. He looks human enough, so I'll punch him.
Okay, you're gonna punch him with your dagger?
No, I'm gonna punch him.
Oh, just normal punch. Got it.
Yay.
Unarmed strike. Go for it.
Yeet. 16?
That hits. Roll damage.
Oh, pog. I don't need to roll damage. It's 7 damage.
Nice. 7 base damage. That's pretty good.
Oh,
5 plus 2 from rage.
That's
Yeah,
very-
still.
Oh.
That's a, that's
What
a,
the fuck?
Just a
Wait.
solid punch in the face was more than he anticipated. As now, as he kind of shakes and looks in your direction. Now he's like, okay, all right.
Vasher,
Really?
are you okay?
I'll be fine.
Reylin.
Okay. There we go. Since we're having a party over here, I'll join the fray. And I'll come first with a. First of all, am I flanking?
I'm gonna say no because his attention is here.
Okay. Then I'll just.
If his attention was here, then you would be flanking, but it's not.
Okay. I'll come up with my first strike. With my short sword, and I'll get him with my short sword first strike.
So just so you guys know, I'm adding priority to the flanking roll. Basically, whoever the person is like focused on at the time, that is the flank that it has.
Yeah, that
Sounds
makes sense. That makes sense. So short swords first. That is a 16 to hit
16 hits,
and 9 damage.
9 points damage. Very nice.
Real big, real big.
Then using going off momentum, I'll kind of shift over here and come back with my dagger.
You
Go
do
for
get
it.
your sneak attack, right?
No, because it wasn't flanking.
Yeah, but another enemy is within 5 feet of it.
Yeah, so you
Oh yeah, you're right. I thought it was just flanking.
Nope.
So that's +3.
Got it.
And that's that turns thing, but I'll still come over with the dagger.
Okay.
And that is a God damn it,
18
18 to hit.
hits.
If I have
18 hit.
flank. -3. Oh shit, I forgot to gotta click it. 4+1? How are you doing 4+1?
Oh,
It
hover
looks
over
like
it.
you rolled a 1. But
One
I don't know
1d4
what.
plus 3 equals 1 plus 3.
Oh, okay. I got a nat one, but it's I don't know.
Yeah, you got a nat 1 plus the.
So it's just base 1
Um,
because it's
wait,
minus.
that's confusing. Why is it?
I don't know. You want me to do it again, or you just want to go do it?
Yeah, I don't know. It says that.
That's a weird
I don't know what
equation.
4+1 means.
Yeah. I think I rolled it twice.
Roll again. See what happens.
I think I rolled it twice.
Huh?
Yeah,
that's still.
I think it's rolling both of them because I hit dagger.
Oh, I see. So
twice.
it's just a 4. It's just
Yeah.
a 4, and then it's an additional plus 4, as if like you were using the dagger for the initial attack, and then you were using the bonus action as well. So if you had done just action bonus action, the dagger would have given you 4/4. Does that make sense?
Right.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm really confused.
I think it's just 1. I'm
Yeah.
guessing.
Oh, I messed that up. Hold on.
Weird, whatever the fuck that is.
Sorry. Okay. Next up is Vasher.
So am I able to discern where his attention is drawn to?
At the moment, it's on Yeska.
Here, we'll just walk ourselves around. We'll pivot around.
Okay.
Schwack.
Excuse me, meeting.
All right. So
17 to hit.
that's it. Roll damage.
And I'll hit him for. Oh, sorry. 10, not 12.
Got it. 10 points of damage. Very nice. Now it's his turn. Oh, so you're not a bunch of whelps. But this does not mean you can take me down. Oh, it does pain me. There is promise in all of you, including you, dirty knight. But I can't exactly tarry here much longer. I have what I need. And I must go.
What a bottle of wine.
He pulls out a dagger, and all three of you, go ahead and roll history check.
Oh, history.
Yeet.
Man, I skipped math class.
Oops. Sorry. Still a 5. Alright. Miracle.
A
Yeah.
D29.
Yeska, from your studies, you know what this item that he has is. You know in the stories of Saula that she does have a staff that she would normally use that was made in the time before records, called an Uvdai, a weapon of the soul.
Mm.
And it's usually, you can tell what it is because of the strange gems that accompany a Uvdai. A very powerful artifact. Beyond normal comprehension, and not very reproducible. And the fact that he has one means that he's probably playing on an entirely different level.
Can I just say, you see how my character's holding his neck there? That's after he got stabbed.
He spins the gem in the center of the dagger, and the entire world goes dark.
Oh shit. I think I should have grabbed that thing.
The entire world goes dark, and he vanishes from your guys' sight.
Vasher?
It really is too bad. I don't think it wouldn't be sporting of me. I'll give you a chance. Just one chance. Good luck. And hopefully we meet each other again. Little green one.
The name's Reylin. Remember that. This will be the final one, you know.
Yes, Reylin. Interesting name. Does the name Shaydin mean anything to you?
What the fuck do you know about Shaden?
Oh, you're going to be a fun one to play with. Or so Shay Din says. Good luck.
You spouting.
The darkness vanishes around you. And the entire room shudders. As cracks begin to form on the ceiling. I haven't gotten this function to work yet, but I have a new timer that appears on the table.
Ah, shit.
Still trying to figure out how to make it work. But once I do, this will be a lot more interesting. Until then, I'm just going to use the timer on my phone.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
Can I just rush to the table?
We need to fall back. Retreat out of here.
Remember that we have a turn order now, and
Yeah.
you have to follow those rules.
Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
I likes this.
So, you have 4 minutes.
Lovely.
Yeska.
Can you tell us when you start? Oh, you're already starting.
Eat. Okay.
Okay.
Can I dash?
No, you only get your movement.
Okay. Well then I'm done.
Okay, Reylin, what are you doing?
Boop. I'm grabbing the extra syringe. No, fuck. I'm grabbing
Right.
the box.
You close the box and you take it off the pedestal. The moment you do, the entire pedestal falls down into a chute, and this entire row of floor vanishes. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm on the wrong layer. I'll give you some extra time at the end to make up for my mishaps. This entire row vanishes, falling into a pit.
Wouldn't have it any other way. Yep. 15. And only movement.
Yep,
Okay, that's it.
Wait, movement or double movement?
double movement on this section.
Oh, 15? Okay, then let me just 5, 10, 15, 20, 25,
Done.
30.
Whenever he's done with my turn, I've already moved. Go. Yes, go.
Okay. On your turn, the floor has fallen even further.
I just want to run up the wall again.
Holy shit, that's fast.
Good. And then
Okay.
just make it over here, and I want to put my robe over my mask again.
Okay.
Done.
You put your robe over your mask only to see that there's a giant hole blown into the floor where the explosion took a section of the floor. Reylin, you're up.
Be
Alright.
careful.
Don't really talk
Over here.
about
I need you to make an athletics check, please.
athletics. Oh yes, the one thing I did not take for this. 16.
16. You managed to jump and get here before the floor caves in below you.
How much movement does that cost me?
15 feet.
15. Okay. 15. 15. 20. I'm doing the wall run thing.
Yeah, you know where it is. That's fine. Keep going.
Okay. I'll say I'm probably in there. Okay. That's
Okay,
it.
Vasher.
What the fuck is this wall running they're doing? And I'll try and jump over once I'm like right in front of it.
Go for it. You made it. Go.
And then I'll go over here and I'll try and jump this pit to here.
Yep.
30.
A 19.
Made it.
Oh, you can do that. Yeah.
And then I'll get to here. And that's it, my turn. Go.
Okay. Yes, go.
Okay, I want to jump over athletics. Eat 19. Good.
19. Yep, that's good.
Eat 60 feet. Done.
Okay, Reylin.
Alright, I'm getting to here. I'm
Athletics.
Shit, you both left. Shit. I was gonna throw the thing. Ah, 5.
With a 5, you fall and grab onto the edge. You're kind of dangling. There's a series of spikes at the bottom. You guys have 58 seconds.
I'm throwing the box to
Oh,
Vasher.
shit.
Vasher.
Wait, you're gonna
I
die.
don't give a shit. Your turn's done. I go back and grab him. That's 10 of my feet. 50, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. I'm in here. Go. Go, go, go. Yeska.
Okay, 60. I'm done.
Reylin,
I
you're
pulled-
pulled
I
along.
pulled Reylin.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
That
no,
managed
you-
to throw the box?
yeah, someone picked it up, I'm sure.
Okay.
Yep.
30 seconds.
That'd be correct.
Go.
Reylin.
Oh, it's me?
Yeah, Yeska's already gone.
Okay.
Wait, is it my turn?
I thought you already went.
10,
No, yeah, I did, but the turn order's on me.
Yeah.
It's Reylin.
Okay. Fine.
Yeah, it's Raylin's turn. 15 seconds.
Okay.
Go.
Vasher.
I end here. Go.
Hurry!
9,
I'll make it to ladder
Eight.
and I'll wait. I'm done.
7,
Whose
6,
turn is it?
5,
Yours.
I'm out.
3,
I also go to ladder.
Two.
Go. Done.
1. By the time you guys get to the ladder, the entire floor is caving in and the entire thing is falling in on itself. You guys climb up the last bit and dash a little bit away as a massive hole, a crater, formed in the space that was there before.
That was crazy.
Who has the box?
That's an understatement. I have it.
Good.
What is this? Is just the poison?
Yes. We need that 1 for anti-poison and 2 so I can get revenge on that bastard.
Well, I would also like to kill him.
Sorry, this one's a little bit more personal than I think
No,
yours is.
any member of Silk is a criminal.
That's fine, but this one's personal.
Oh, all right.
So-
Well, whatever.
Reylin, who's Shaden?
She's co-founder and my best friend. Let's go with that. She's my best friend.
I'm sorry. You're friends with a criminal.
Not everyone gets to choose their people. She's not really that much of a criminal. Not more than anybody else around here, as far as I know.
I'd like to attempt to put Reylin in my manacles that I have. My
I'm
cuffs.
dodging that.
First of all-
motherfucker.
First of all, go ahead and roll an insight check before you immediately jump to imprisoning someone.
Well, I'm just saying, you've admitted to being friends with a criminal. You're an accomplice. 20.
With a natural 20.
That's a
Not
normal
natural,
20.
but
Not,
Sorry.
Yeah.
With a 20, you know, by the code book that you have, you do not have the right to imprison someone without proof of something of misgivings. So saying that they know a person that is potentially a criminal isn't a crime.
All right, fine. Best friend is would have been enough for me to assume, but did you ever have any criminal dealings with Reylin?
What do you mean? Are you trying to
Shaden.
arrest me here?
No, I need you to answer the question first.
Wait, did I see him reach for his manacles?
I'd say that he has his hand behind his back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I see. You know, I'm not answering any further. I have no reason to.
And
We
also,
just fight.
Vasher, I would also like to point out that at the moment you're out of your jurisdiction.
As far as I see it, I just took on the
Look.
silk.
let's at least get out of the rain first.
Oh, and Reylin, you are bleeding.
That's fine.
I'll,
I'm shrugging it off.
I'll use my last 3 lay on hands on Reylin.
Okay. The wound kind of closes up where you got stabbed, and the dart that was injected into your neck pops out.
I forgot. Can I catch it?
Yeah. It just kind of lands on your shoulder, and you see it fall on the ground.
Oh, let's get back to the caravan as quickly as possible. I want my dad
Yeah,
to
let's get out of
analyze
the rain.
my blood to see if we can
And-
get dead bodies.
Hold on, I'm gonna grab Reylin and I'm just gonna say, if you are part of Silk, I will be the end of you.
I'm shrugging him off, and you'll be the end of me after I've had my revenge.
Look, no one's ending anyone. We're friends.
We did just fight some random guy.
Yeah, and
If
Reylin
is
fought him
part
too.
of Silk, I'd rather not be associated.
Why would Reylin fight his own guy?
Look, as far as I see it here,
Well, that's
my
fair.
friend has been mixed up with some shady business. Whether they did it on purpose or not, it's not my business. I need answers, and you're standing in the way of them.
Okay, no one's standing in anyone's way. Let's get back to the cabin.
So
Right.
the
Sweet.
lot of you move back to the caravans. You're exhausted, and there's a hole where you once were standing. You make it back to the caravans, and you kind of climb in. And there's kind of been a resounding decision to continue moving throughout the night, even though it is raining. They deemed it's probably a lot safer than staying in the vicinity of such an atrocious killer. So all of you in your exhaustion go to sleep in several different states, having handed off the poison to your father to see if he can deduce anything from it.
I also want to give him some of my blood to see if he can get anything from it.
Sure. So you guys can go ahead and take a long rest.
Sick.
That's a good. As you guys come back to consciousness the next day, the rain is still pouring. But looking out from the carts, you see, at least Vasher, for you, the familiar sight of Yulebreak on the horizon. You guys have been traveling all night. The caravan driving the horses pretty hard throughout the night, especially in the rain. As the caravan rumbles into the outskirts of the city where they normally set up camp for trade, and because they usually don't take the entire caravan into the city, that'd be pretty ridiculous. It kind of circles up, and the Knights of Safiria come out immediately, especially when they report a couple of dead bodies on the road. So, you guys wake?
Vasher, is that Yulebreak?
It sure is, and those are fellow knights. Well,
It's huge.
they might be full-fledged knights, but those are part of my order.
How many
It is
people
a-
live here?
A lot.
And is that a tree?
Yes.
At the very top of Yulebreak, there's a massive tree. Currently, it has no blossoms of any kind on it, but it is very verdant, bright green, and there's a bunch of windmills kind of encircling the entire city.
I'm
The
sure
city
Father
is-
Tommen would have loved to see this.
Yes. The city is divided into 3 sections built around the tree, so
It's-
it's pretty
What kind of
central.
tree is that?
I've never thought to ask.
That's okay. I'm sure I can find out within.
Yes.
Can't
Back
wait to see Brother
we're back
Marcus.
to civilization and safety.
I can tell him about the crazy adventure we went on.
I'm sure he'll love to hear. And I'm sure that my captain will love to hear of what I've found.
Yeah, I'm
I'll
sure he
side-eye
will.
him at that.
Look, it's not you, Reylin. Honestly, I already have forgotten that you were best friends with the co-founder of Silk.
I'm still side-eyeing him. I'm not talking.
What do you mean the co-founder?
What? I never
Look.
said.
As soon as we get in the city, we can all go our separate ways.
I have a sneaking suspicion that that's not what's going to happen.
Your dad says and paid.
Well, I would like if it didn't.
Well, actually, no. You're fine.
You guys are my only friends, but I have to get back to my duties.
Well,
It needs him.
I'll accompany you to your father, to your priestly friend.
I appreciate that. Looks like the knights need something.
A few of the knights start walking in your direction. Vasher.
Yep.
You notice that amongst the ranks is Knight Commander Tazik. A very large human man with a bright yellow beard and no hair.
Yep, that's it. Yeska, this is my commander and a human Commander Tazik.
Good to meet you, Mr. Tazik.
Commander, and I'll bow to him.
Vasher, you notice that the commander pays no attention to either Yeska or Reylin. Where have you been?
I walked out when I heard cries from the outskirts of town, and I found this priest.
Outskirts of town, huh?
Yes, sir.
Kind of like is tapping his foot a little bit. He leans in and whispers something to you. Can you jump into whisper real quick?
Oh, I sure can.
Uh,
Uh,
bye.
My boy. When the man you just helped tries to arrest you.
True.
Hello there.
Vasher, you're under arrest.
what?
Who?
Wait,
Under
Oh. Look how the tables have turned.
why are you arresting him? He hasn't done
You-
anything wrong.
You're under arrest for the murder of oh my gosh, can't believe
Danathar.
it. Of Danathar.
Danathar. There you go.
Vasher
mean?
wouldn't
You
kill
will be
anyone.
held.
The murder of Danathar! I had no such dealings!
You will be held within your rights.
And what are those?
He's a knight. He has
Esquire,
rights.
but yes.
Yeah.
He is a knight.
Yes, a knight.
I don't know. Seems cool. Squire
You-
to me.
He spins you around, and one of the knights is about to put some manacles on him. He's like, no. Do not leave the city until further noticed. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
He reaches and takes the emblem on your chest and pulls it off.
It's on my shield, but yes.
Yeah, but so he pulls off the emblem. Until further notice, you are not a knight of Sephiria.
Squire.
Don't stop. It's semantics.
Don't leave the
Yes,
city.
sir.
You two. He points at the other two knights, which you also recognize as a couple of your friends. Take care of those bodies.
Would
I
care
need to
if you
take a
don't
poop.
mind.
I need to take a full report on this. Vasher.
Yes, sir.
He leans in one more time. Jump into whisper one more time.
Where did you meet this man, Yeska?
I met him in the woods.
Interesting.
He seemed like he was running towards something, but I'm not sure he found it.
He found something. Whatever he found, I got him in a twist.
It is kind of strange. I don't think Vasher would murder anyone.
No, it seems a little bit too tight-knit to do that.
And besides, they're just going to let him go?
They
What
probably
if he killed someone else?
They probably want to keep a watch and make sure he doesn't, or see if he tries to. That way they can get evidence against him.
This city seems strange. Even for me, and everything's strange to me.
That's exactly what I meant yesterday when I said what I said. No one's
What did you say?
No one's. No one's. She's not. My friend isn't any more of a criminal than anyone else around here. Everybody
Well,
has their secrets.
Now Vasher's really a criminal. Maybe. So, you're probably in the clear.
You know, yes, you're probably right. But if, actually, no, I don't know if I want this up or not. Seems a little bit antsy.
The knight salutes and walks away with the other knights.
Found yourself in some trouble, have you?
I suggest that we go to the Marmalade Inn. We might be able to find some help there for our problem.
Another victim
Well,
to kill.
our problem.
Our problem.
Vasher, did
Well,
you kill
Reylin,
someone?
this has become you and I's problem.
Why is that?
Yeska, because it might have to deal with your best, so-and-so called best friend.
Okay, I'm interested.
Alright, that was good enough. Yeska, we can accompany you to your father, but past that, it's your choice to join at the Marmalade Inn.
Okay.
Can you show us
I-
one of your fancy tricks?
Vasher, I just need to know if you killed someone.
Of course I did. Danathar was my... And I'll start to tear up. My best friend.
Oh!
Not have killed him.
Your best
I'm
friend's in the next
sorry.
Izzy.
Then
I can explain
I'll help
that
you
it-
find whoever did.
I can explain. I know who did it, and I can explain at a different time. But for now, we need to get
Okay.
to get to the Marmalade Inn, and we need to get you to your father.
Sure.
You lead
If
the
the
way.
inn's important, we can go first.
All right. Well, let's head there. I know where it is.
So you guys start moving away from the caravan, and Reylin, you hear your father call after you. Wait, hold on.
Oh, what pops? Oh, the poison. Cusco's poison.
He runs after you, holding the green vial, the one that still has the poison inside of it. I extracted a drop and I started trying to analyze it. I've never seen anything like this.
So you can't duplicate it or find it.
No, I don't even know what material this is made out of.
That's good to know.
I don't know why it didn't do anything to you.
I don't know. Matt, Pa, you know some strange things happen to me.
I suppose so. Lucky it was you and no one else, huh?
Oh, you only could imagine. It got 2 other people before me, so
Here,
not so lucky.
you see the little needle that he's holding. It has like a little stopper at the front.
I'll take
That
it.
should stop it from doing anything. It might be more useful to you than to me.
Let's hope so. Oh, also, don't worry about getting in contact with Shaden. I have some leads on him.
Right. Be careful, all right?
Yeah, you too.
And keep in contact. Send me a letter or something every once in a while.
Maybe not. You know me.
And you know I'll always send one to you.
You know where to find me.
Yeah. He gives you a hug and starts moving back towards the caravan.
Alright. Might as well get headed up.
You guys head towards the Marmalade Inn. The moment you walk in, well, you're about to start walking in, but the front door seems crowded. So you decide to go off to the opposite side, through the side entrance that Vasher you are aware of. As you start walking in through the side entrance and going down the corridor, you see I don't remember if it was Noah or Blake that was going down the corridor at the end of last session.
Just say
I think it's
ominous
Blake.
figure.
An ominous figure bumps into all of you as you are trying to make your way into the Marmalade Inn. And this is where we are going to end the session for tonight.
Let's fucking
Ev-
go.
Everyone is in the same location now. We should be able to start here next session.
Awesome session, Emil.
10 out of 10.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So that's how I'm gonna try and do dungeons from now on. The rules will change a little bit once I get my head around like dungeoneering rules. Because I feel like if there's a little bit more structure, it's gonna add a lot more tension.
Oh yeah, that
So-
last
Yeah.
part was fucking nice.
Yeah, because like
You
when
have
you
10
can,
seconds.
because when you can only move so much in a timed event, it makes more sense to have a timed event. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, so yeah, that was one thing I've been working on for a little bit, seeing if that would kind of work out, and I just want to do a quick test. But yeah, you guys survived. You found some interesting stuff, met interesting people, and now you're in an interesting city. Hopefully, I'll have the map done of the city by the next session.
Oh, yes.
I'm aiming for next week, but there might be a chance that I can't play next week.
That's alright.
But I'll definitely know by Thursday, so I'll let you know by then.
Alright.
Perfect.
But yes,
And we're level 3, right?
yes, you guys successfully leveled up to level 3.
Awesome.
Would you like
So-
me to upload this or send it to you? Or send it
You
to
can go
someone?
ahead. You can just upload it to the YouTube channel. Do you have the credentials?
I do not.
Here, I'll just go ahead and send that to you. I would just put it in the D&D chat, but there's more than just us in the D&D chat. So.
Yeah, I understand.
Is
Yeah, you got like Reed and other people in there.
I think it's just
yeah.
Reed,
Reed,
right?
Reed and Hamp
Reed and
are the
Hamp,
only.
yeah.
It's just Reed though, but yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
Here,
That
so I'm
makes
just
sense.
gonna,
No, it makes sense.
Quality
I'm just gonna
assurance.
send it to you directly. There you are.
Let me end delay recording.